definitely do. I don't want Joe, what do you think? I want you to tell me what's going to happen this weekend. I want you to tell me. I want your prediction. What's Drake May going to do? Will the offense score over or under 20 points? And I'm going over, baby. That might be my leadoff take. I think this week has been all about the Houston Texans defense. And I do think that they deserve their credit. They deserve their flowers. They've been very good this year. No doubt about it. But I also think that Drake May's been very good this year. And I think the Patriots offense, whether it's been the blitz, whether it's been zone, whether it's been man, it's been Drake May who's been the man. It's been Drake May who has even had turnovers in those types of defenses he's seen this year and has prevailed. Now, the games that they lost this year, I think you could put at least the first couple on Drake May and jitters and learning a new offense, etc. Since then, it's been all him. The Buffalo game, I think the offense put the defense in a bad situation, but it's always been the defense that is going to hurt the team. They've been down in games, and Drake May's brought them back. It will be the defense that will once again win the game, but it's going to be Drake May in the offense that puts the game absolutely away. That's my opinion. I already got it. I got the Patriots winning 28-13. 28-13 is what I have. I know about the weather. I got the defense. I got, they haven't given up this many points. Blah, blah, blah. Can the Houston Texans offense do anything against the Patriots? I know Nico Collins isn't playing. I know they've won games without Nico Collins. Okay? Christian Kirk had a big week last week. Fine. They're going to take something away. And if you tell me that they're going to give you Woody Marks and they're going to run the football, advantage Patriots with the top 10 defense and two of the best defensive tackles in football. Now, I'm not going to sit here for 4 hours and tell you all night, rah, rah, Patriots, Patriots. I'm not going to do that. But for me, I stand by that Drake May and the offense for the Patriots this year is a problem. I think they've been more of a problem than what the Houston Texans defense has been. And I get it. Though you can push back on that. They had their backup quarterback play 3 games this year and win. They've gone on the road and won. They started 0-3. They've won 9 games in a row. There's a lot of flowers to give the Houston Texans. A lot. But the Patriots were one of the worst teams in football. The Patriots didn't have a wide receiver and had a horrible offensive line. They got Drake May playing at an MVP level. That's what everyone, and when I say everyone, that should be the discussion. Can the Texans stop Drake May? And I say no. I say no. I've heard it for years. Defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. How about quarterbacks win championships? It's about the quarterback. That's what it's about. And not for nothing. Does anybody want to see the Houston Texans in a championship game with a chance to go to the Super Bowl? Hell no. Hell no. But let's give them their credit. This is the defense. You've heard the names. I'll give them to you. Will Anderson is absolutely spectacular, but Will Campbell is matched up against him many times in college. Sheldon Rankins is a great defensive tackle, but he's really a benefit of what Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter can give him. Okay? Toa Toa is a kid from Alabama who's a great athlete. Aziz Ashir is everywhere on the football field. Then you want to get into their secondary, we can talk. But Kamir Lassiter and Derek Stingley Jr., the grandson of Darryl Stingley, they're great. They're fantastic. But their strong safeties, Miles Bryant? Miles Bryant? The old Patriot Miles Bryant? Jalen Petrie is outstanding. To me, he's my favorite player on their team. One of my favorites in the league. And you'll see him. He wears the Guardian helmet. He's the guy with the big head. He's spectacular. But we're going to sit here all week and be worried about Will Anderson. And Daniel Hunter is probably one of the best, most underrated pass rusher in the league. They're good. They're skilled. But I just don't think anyone should be scared. You have Drake May. I would target the hell out of Miles Bryant all week long. And if I'm the Patriots, they still have to stop the Texans. They still have to stop Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. I'll give them their flowers for what they've done this year. It's hard to come back from 0-3 starts. It's hard to win without your starting quarterback. It's hard to win 9 games in a row. It's also hard to continue that streak in the playoffs, winning back-to-back games on the road, going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. I've talked to the game enough. I've heard enough about their Texans defense. And I didn't even tell you about their offensive line, which I think is not good at all. Not good at all. Like you want to give me Trent Brown? I know when he's good, he's good. He's still Trent Brown. I remember. We keep receipts here. Jake Andrews, remember him? Drafted by the Patriots. I just look at it and say, I think they're going to have a difficult time running the football, and they're going to put the game in C.J. Stroud's hands. Advantage Patriots. Started off tonight's Gaz. I know we usually go a little opening take break, but the phone lines are open, and I say we started off tonight. Let's go with what we got here. Wojo in the car. What's up, Wojo?
Hey, Joe. Big fan. How we doing, man?
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, so everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are taking the Texans based on their pass rush, but I found some stats out about our boy Drake May, and I think this is why the difference. Did you know he's first in the league in completions, passer rating, touchdowns, and yards against pressure?
Yes.
I'm hammering all the overs for Drake May this week. Thanks, man.
Thank you. All right, I love your betting content, too. We love that. That's what I'm saying. Oh, the Houston Texans is this. I feel like it's The Godfather. Oh, Michael Corleone said this, and Michael Corleone said that. It's like all I hear about is the Houston Texans defense. Oh, Daniel Hunter and Will Anderson. Drake May, everybody. Drake May. I don't think Drake May has been talked about enough this week. And I think the Patriots go over 16 points like they did last week. They got to be better on offense. Much respect to the Houston Texans. But until those tomato cans, the divisional doormat, beats the Patriots on the road this week, I'm betting against Houston. Absolutely. Richie's in Duxbury. Richie.
Super Joe, what's happening, kid?
Yo.
Hey, I got 2 questions. One about the Patriots. Actually, this is a statement, and one about Chinese food, which goes hand in hand with the Patriots. You know, nobody's bringing up the fact that Houston actually played on Monday night, too. And this reminds me a lot of a game, I forget what year it was, but what was the game that Ty Law intercepted Manning 3 times, another indoor team coming outside? Same kind of day.
0-3, yep.
And what's your go-to, boneless spare ribs? Or
Kowloon. Yes, teams on a short week going on the road, back-to-back weeks, not easy to do. Not easy to do. How about Ethan in Framingham? Ethan.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Yo.
So I'm not coming at you, so I don't want that to be my tone. I'm just kind of upset and frustrated with how this Houston defense is being portrayed, because that's not really an all-time defense. It's a good defense, and I think for the league right now, it's an okay defense, and it's getting a lot of pass rush. But it's not like Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, like we played them in 2013, 2014 in Denver, and it's not like it's the 2001 Ravens. And I think the most important thing is what you emphasize, and it's the fact that our defense has to outplay Houston's offense, and I think that's very doable considering Nico Collins is gone, along with the fact that I think the way you beat this Houston Texans defense is death by 1,000 cuts, especially utilizing the backs more, especially Ramondre Stevenson. He played his ass off last week, so I just kind of want to hear your thoughts on that.
I think the way to stop that is to run the football, and the Patriots will have to start that this week. I think they got a couple of touches and good yardage last week. It wasn't a great running game. I think it was Drake May that actually got their running game going a bit, and it was a pass to Ramondre Stevenson. I think the Patriots are going to try to run the football on the Texans, and I think they'll be able to do so. It's going to open up the passing game. And I really do, I hope the Texans play man. I really do. I'm going to give you a name. I'll tease it on the other side. I'm going to give you a name I think who's going to have a big week this week. Well, leave it there. That's a big market tease, everybody. We got so much going on tonight. We got In or Out. We got Musings. We got Scaz. We got Street Team Joe. We got Brian Barrett joining us at 7:20. John Serenities later on in the show as well. We're here till 10 o'clock. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
just me and you. Oh, and Skaz is here. Hi, Skaz. Hi, Street Team Joe. Street Team Joe coming in. Wants to get his hands dirty in some playoff action. We were here late last night, Skaz. It was how were you today? I was, and Garn, listen, we're going to take calls. I want predictions. I can't talk about the game anymore. I'm not going to be the all-know-it-all Joe and tell you, this defense, blah, blah. I can't do it anymore. I want to play the damn game. But, Skaz, we were here very late last night for a jersey number retirement, and today is a Friday. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Joe. I wouldn't say bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but we're ready to roll. It's Friday before a big playoff game. This is why we do it, Joe. You got a great Bills Denver game tomorrow afternoon. You'll kind of know, hopefully, who the Patriots' next opponent is, if they'll be headed to Denver or get to be at home against Buffalo. Like
that's a good thought.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one there.
Does that change? I haven't thought about that.
Like,
we've
if the
talked
Bills
about everything
win,
all week, right?
Bills win, a little extra motivation there.
To play at home and win at home and host an AFC Championship game. Oh, yeah. I can't do the Texans. Guys, I can't believe in the Texans. I can't do it.
You don't want to talk about Nick Haley or Ben McDaniels?
Well, Nick Haley was my guy, but they went with Alex Van Pelt instead. Sorry. I can't help that. But I wanted Nick Haley, and he made the right decision to stay with the Rams. And I think he's, dude, he won 3 games with Davis Mills this year. But I can't do it anymore.
That's Maz's guy right there, Davis Mills.
Just can't do the matchup, breaking down, and I want to know what's going to happen. Do you want to give your prediction already, or do you have a thought of the way the game is going to be played?
It's going to be ugly. It's going to be cold. I think Ramondre Stevenson is going to play a big part in this game. I think the Nico Collins thing, I don't want to call it the difference maker, but he would be the best offensive player in this game, I think, outside of, if you want to put Drake May there, but he's better than anyone the Patriots have, and he's obviously the Texans' best player. I think that's a huge, huge loss, and now Christian Gonzalez can kind of shut down whoever else he wants to, and they can put someone else on Higgins or whoever it's going to be. I think the Nico Collins thing is massive, and that's really going to benefit the Patriots.
And they've had success without him. I do want to be fair about that. Everyone wants to say, the Texans have won 9 of the Patriots have won 14 of 15. Like, they have the MVP of the league. I'm almost wondering, Skaz, if the rest of the league just looks at the Patriots as easy schedule. This is why they're here. The Chargers weren't that good. They're just not going to be able to beat that defense next week. Like, don't you want this? Don't you want Drake May, the best quarterback in the league, arguably, against the best defense in the league? Because what did he do against the best defense in the league when it was the Browns? People crap on the Browns, but they were the best in the league. What did he do? He crushed them.
Do you think the league wants a Patriots-Bills AFC Championship game or a Texans-Broncos AFC Championship game?
I wanted to do some script stuff later. Nobody wants the... I talked to a guy today from the Texans, and he's was flexing out of his chest how good the defense was. And I go, all right, well, what's a threat on offense? And do you know what he gave me? He gave me Woody Marks, who's been good.
That's a running back, right?
That's a running back.
Okay. Just check. Making sure.
Hey, listen, Ramondre's been a big part of what the Patriots have been doing, but it's still Stephon Diggs. It's still Hunter Henry.
It's Hunter Henry, yeah.
It's still those guys.
Kayshon Boutte will make a big play.
How about Kayshon Boutte saying, this secondary is all right?
Well, I think he had some success against Derek Stingley in the past, if I remember correctly. Who's, maybe the best corner in the league, him and Christian Gonzalez.
They play together? College? I'm kind of trying to remember. Stingley went to LSU.
He was an LSU guy, yeah. I mean, they probably crossed paths at one point.
Even Will Campbell and Will Anderson, right? This is kind of funny, but you got a lot of good talent on both. Again, the Patriots, Texans side of it, Belichick, Casario,
D'Amico Ryans and Vrabel, a couple of defensive guys, similar styles.
It's like the Shanahan offense or the Shanahan defense, if you want to go Ryans, with the Patriots offense versus the Vrabel defense and the McDaniels offense. There's a lot there. Skaz, I have the Pats scoring 28 points. You know why? Because all you'll hear all week is how good their defense is. But nobody wants to talk about the Patriots' offense will bounce back from only scoring 16 a week ago. Now, I do think the Patriots' defense will probably not hold them to 3 points. I predicted 13 points. 28-13 is my prediction. Let's hear from you. 617-779-0985. We got Mike. He's in Foxborough. What's up, Mike?
Joe, you have the best intro in radio.
Thank you.
Nothing compares to your intro. It gets me pumped up every time I hear it.
Might be the longest going, I think. No, Felger has been going forever.
Yeah, but yours is better. There's no comparison.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll take whatever I can get.
So I agree with you that no one is talking about Drake May, and I think what's getting lost is his rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. And I do have a game script for Sunday. Drake May's rushing yards is around 35 yards, and I think the first half is going to be really very tight and low scoring, but then the snow's moving in around halftime, and I think it's really going to open things up in the second half. And I think what's going to happen is May's going to be back to pass, and he's going to be able to just go crazy in the second half running the ball. And I agree. I think the Patriots are going to score 28 points or more thereabout. And a lot of it is going to be Drake May on the ground.
All right, man. Appreciate you. I definitely think Drake May's legs are going to have a big deal. So last week's schedule, appreciate this, Street Team Joe. I saw Ben Volen of the Boston Globe mention that, there was going to be some rain potentially, and I just joked around, and I said, should I bring my poncho? And as I'm walking into the stadium, I saw Ben Volen, and I said, I didn't bring my poncho. I don't think he got it, so maybe he didn't see it. Should I bring my snowsuit this week?
A snowsuit feels a little extreme, Joe. I would dress warm,
Yeah. So I don't have a snowsuit.
Maybe a little the hot hands. Maybe get some of those in the pockets. Okay. Those are always good.
I'm a big man. Do you own a snowsuit?
I don't believe so. No, I have like a nice, heavy winter jacket. But
me too.
Yeah.
I think I double up on sweatpants when I need to I
got a pair of long johns probably somewhere in there. Throw those on.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't layer last game.
I went to the Patriots-Broncos game, the Wes Welker game that went to overtime. I believe that was the Peter game.
I went to Survivor Series at the Garden that night.
I think it was the coldest game in Gillette history.
So you were at Gillette. I was just walking from the Garden to my car.
Yes.
It was freezing.
Beers were freezing. Yeah, that was a cold one.
I'll tell you the coldest game ever, and I don't want to do that. Don't call in with the coldest game. Don't.
What about the Raiders game, the Snow Bowl?
Street Team Joe, don't let them do it. If they call in and say, no, the coldest game ever, and I'm being dead serious, was the Tennessee Titans. It was 2003.
That wasn't 56-0, was it?
Not that one. That was the snow game. No, this was Steve McNair, MVP of the league versus the Patriots. Oh, yeah, that's right, co-MVP. It was, I don't know. There must have been less than 20 points combined in the game. I froze. It was stupid cold. We shouldn't even been out. It was so cold we shouldn't have been
January outside. 10th, 2004.
Okay.
Temperatures at 4 degrees Fahrenheit, wind chill of -10. The coldest playoff game in Patriots history. They won 17-14.
I don't remember those points being. It was freezing. I froze. It was. I parked. I want to say I parked. It might have been P10. Across the street, one of those parking lots, and I still couldn't walk off. How numb my feet were. There was a couple other games. There's been other games that was so cold. But tomorrow should not be that.
Sunday.
What I don't know even. I don't know what day it is, everybody. What was I doing? I felt like I was doing something last night that I couldn't get right either. It is Friday, though, right?
You did mess up the Diamondbacks and the Cardinals
at one
point this week.
I call them the Arizona Cardinals of the St. Louis Diamondbacks.
Something like that, yes.
Oh, man. We need this game. I don't know. Is Creighton versus Providence going to get you fired up tonight? I don't know if that's a good appetizer.
I got Providence money line,
Oh, really?
Something to watch.
I haven't been locked into...
Got Cavs Sixers on ESPN tonight, too.
Oh, really?
Hey, Joe, you got to look around.
Maybe I could put,
Red Wing Sharks on NHL Network is a big slate out there tonight.
Well, Bird checked in with me just now, and I mentioned that new show that's on with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. It's called The Rip. Bird gave it 3.8 porch parties.
Is that a lot of
I
porch
don't think
parties or
that's
no?
good.
It doesn't feel good. 3.8 doesn't feel high.
It doesn't feel high to me. 'Cause
No.
It wouldn't be like, would it be 10-star or 5-star?
How many porch parties can you get?
How many, what's considered good in Bird's mind? 5 or
Joe,
10?
that's a place that I can only imagine, you know?
By the way, happy birthday to Fred Toucher today.
Shout out Freddie T. Happy birthday.
I usually save that for musings, but you know what? We're in the first hour, and we just had a great lead-in from Felger and Mavs. Why don't we hit the headline here? Pats are on the table. Last night was a pretty good night. It's a good game for the Bees, too. We'll react to that coming up next. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots and Texans will meet on Sunday because today is Friday, and Christian Gonzalez out of the protocol, ready to go this weekend. No Nico Collins, though, for the Texans. Some other NFL news. Sam Darnold listed as questionable for Seattle. He's dealing with an All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. The helicopters are out. Did you understand that one? You ever see Goodfellas, Street Team, Joe? You never saw... What? What? Put his mic on. Street Team Joe, you've never seen Goodfellas.
Is it Italian? Never seen it. Never heard of it. Movie? Show?
You kidding me, right?
Is it Italian?
Should we just have him go in that room and watch it right now? Yes, it is Italian.
I've seen The Sopranos.
Irish, too, the good side.
And settle
Or is it the
down in
Jewish
there.
side? I'm
Settle
sorry.
down in there.
Whatever. I forget whatever. I forget. Wait, no, for real, you don't know what Goodfellas is?
No, I've
He's
never
like one
seen
of
it.
us. He's a good fella. No?
No, not ringing any bells.
Is it Italian? Is the early
Is it
contender for
Italian?
2026 question of the year?
It is Italian. Yes. They stir the sauce, right?
Yeah, gravy. Italians call it gravy.
This was
Joe.
sauce. Well, not all Italians call it gravy. No, let's not do that tonight either. Don't call. No. Don't call in with that one either. But I have been told that if it's on something, it's gravy. If it's just being, then it's sauce.
Okay,
But I don't want Irish guys. I'm Italian Irish. My opinion doesn't. I'm like the Irishman. I don't. My opinion. I can't be made, Joe Ariano. I can't be made.
how soon should I watch Good? Is it like, you have to put it next up on the list?
You should
type?
probably put it. Go like. Actually, I think you should go just watch it right now.
In the other room.
Yeah, and then when it's over in like an hour and a half, we'll do a whole recap. So
what's it on?
Joe, when I used to work at what's it
An
on?
hour and a half, Joe. He might be finishing up when we're leaving.
I know.
Goodfellas a long one.
Just so you know, and I know that here it's Friday night and people are driving around probably being like, why is Joe talking Goodfellas when there's a football game? Yes, we'll do that. But there was when I used to do weekends, sometimes I was just by myself for 4 hours on weekends, and I would do live play-by-play of the movie Goodfellas. I've also done live play-by-play of Tommy Boy, too.
You've also done the Wheel of Fortune, I believe.
when nobody could see the Wheel of Fortune. We were on remote, too, Scott.
You were on remote, yes.
Is Goodfellas in your top 5 all-time favorite movies?
Yeah.
Really?
Without even a thought in my brain of, is it top 5? Joe, you're all about the top 5.
Who stars in it?
Ray Liotta.
Oh, I do like Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
You ever heard of Robert De Niro?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He's pretty good.
Yep.
He's in a Joe Pesci. You know him?
Yep. Weren't you guys talking earlier that they might make a new Ocean's
Yes.
11 movie?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with this stuff.
But I am in on that.
But yeah, that's not even
Yeah, it's a
close.
casino, though, Joe.
But one's about a guys who rob a casino. They're robbers. The other ones are Goodfellas gangsters in the mob. Yeah.
Ariano seems like a last name. that
Your
could be
dad's
affiliated.
pissed right now.
Yeah, he definitely is. pissed.
Where's your boy Sharpie? They're like
He's out. They're
mad
out
for you.
drinking. This is too early.
See, all this from a song, Skaz, that you played. He was very paranoid, and they played this song, and there was a helicopter in the air, and he thought it was following him. I think you should watch the movie.
I will watch it this weekend and report back.
No, now, actually.
In the other room.
No, next week. We'll have you in, and we'll call it Goodfellas with Joe.
Is it better than The Godfather?
No.
Okay, so that's also in your top 5.
Man, unfortunately, it is. Shawshank Redemption's number 1.
Yeah. Andy Dufresne.
Yeah. Don't make me think about my top 5 movies now. Now you got me thinking. What were we doing here, Skip? We were supposed to do hockey, but you know what? People want to talk to us. Jesse's in the car. Where's Jesse? He's in Tampa. What are you doing out there?
Yeah, I'm from the Northeast. I've been living here 5 years.
Cool.
Yeah, I watched Brady his first year win the Super Bowl, so that was a pretty cool year. Yeah, I'll give you a prediction. I think the Pats will be 10-7 leading at the half. Second half, I think the refs will make some questionable calls. Texans will, get the lead 20-17. Drake May will come back, make it 24-20 at the end. Christian Barmore sack to end it.
Sucks? I'm sorry. Wait, what?
No, I think Drake May will win it. We'll come back and get him up 24-20 with a Barmore sack to end the game. But it'll be a fourth quarter comeback for Drake May.
Oh, Barmore sacked to end the game.
24-20.
24-20. All right, Jesse. I'm at 28-13. Thank you. Did you think he couldn't hear me, or is it more of me a selective hearing, listening?
I think some people just want to get the takeout and get off.
All right.
You know.
Well, let's let Ian get the takeout and get off. Ian.
Yeah. How you doing, Joe?
Did you know Joe's from Westboro too, and he's never seen Goodfellas?
Neither have I, Joe. Hey,
Get
first
out
time
of
caller,
here!
long time listener. I just want to say, I think the only way the Patriots are really going to get this done here on Sunday is if they use Stevenson up the middle and Henderson around the outside. That's the only way they're going to get May to hit this elite secondary.
Are you gonna go watch Goodfellas now?
Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way to the theater.
The theater. Did you know that they made Goodfellas and Home Alone at the same time? So Joe Pesci was in both. Did you know that, Skaz?
I did know that. Yes.
Thank you for knowing. What do they teach these kids nowadays? Like, what are they teaching Street Team Joe? And the other kid, what are they doing over in Westboro? I got a problem with
Yeah,
everyone.
Westboro.
I'm blaming them.
Not good. Not good.
Like, what's going on there?
I know you have an issue with Abington, but now Westboro.
Abington, my issue with Abington is it's meaningless. There's Quincy, right? There's Quincy, which is said Quincy, by the way. Okay, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, it's called Quincy, not Quincy. That really bothered me.
I know. You've mentioned it numerous days now. Really upset you.
First off, Jimmy Fallon bothers the hell out of me for some reason. I do think he's talented. I do.
You're a big fever pitch guy?
No, actually hated it. I hated it. I feel like they made it to hate it. I do like the Farrelly brothers, though. But anyways, I feel like anyone that's just mocking a Boston fan sucks. And that's not because I'm from Boston. It's because their mock sucks. You can't the car, the high, the blah. It sucks. It's awful. Stop it. Come up with something new. Like, how about you go talk to a Gloucester fisherman or something? Instead of your boring, bad dialect. We got a guy named Selfie on Goodfellas. What do you got?
Hey, Joe. First time, long time. I don't know who that guy is that hasn't seen Goodfellas, but I'm sitting here feeding my 2.5-year-old kid dinner, and even he was disgusted by it. He's even seen Goodfellas. What is wrong with this guy? You guys got to get rid of him.
No. Listen to me. We can't just let him loose now. We now have to, we have to build him back up, and we have to help him. We can't just leave him out there now. We got to build him back up.
Hey, no, I appreciate that. You never leave a man behind. You're a good guy, Joe. That's true. But this guy, he needs something. He needs a curriculum. This weekend, you guys got to give him some movies to go watch.
Just one.
The Patriots not until 3 on Sunday, so he's got to do something productive with his time this weekend.
I want Joe to watch the movie and then all of a sudden be like, I knew when I grew up, I always wanted to be a gangster. I'll go from rags to riches. All right. Chris is in Revere. Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys? The Patriots are going to win 38-7, first of all. Second of all, disgusting these guys haven't seen Goodfellas yet. When we didn't have cable, my dad had that movie on repeat like 50 times a day.
I've listened. You could go to Strager right now and it's on.
Yeah.
All of them.
I don't understand.
All of them are on Ed Strager. Goodfellas. All of them. Every single mob movie right now is on Ed Strager.
Followed by Bronx Tale.
Oh. So the working man is a sucker.
Yeah, Mickey Mantle's not going to pay your rent. Everybody go to Nick's and get a steak and cheese sub, all right?
Which
Have
one?
A good night.
Which one?
Winthrop.
Thank you. There's a lot of Knicks out there, guys. You ever noticed that? Hey, let's open up a shop. What do you want to call it? Knicks. Which one?
Winthrop.
Thank you. Winthrop is a North Shore town, Skaz. Actually, it's hard because it's so next to East Boston that, like, it's on the water. So is it North Shore? I mean, if it's after the airport, is it North Shore for you?
Yeah, sure. Why not, Joe? Why not?
Winthrop, nice town. I mean, you still got to drive past that 1A, which is not fun. And then you got to go through the tunnel. You got to pay a toll, too. Out on you know what? I think that's why people go to the South Shore. It's just safer over there, you know? I feel like there was a question there. Oh, by the way, I think the Helicopters was another song, but the song still was in Goodfellas. What were they doing, though?
When you say helicopter, I just think of like Fortunate Son. That feels like every war movie, that's what's playing when the helicopters come in.
Yeah, like Forrest Gump, right? Yes, they're all, hey, make sure you change your socks, Lieutenant Dan, right?
Lieutenant Dan.
No, that song was in Goodfellas. Why can't I? Anyways, you know what? We have a giveaway. We'll do it next. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Wendy's has new chicken tenders and new sauces. So whether you're a creamy ranch girly or a new Wendy's
the best part about Jimmy is whenever he got excited, he'd always inhale the cigarette, and you'd always see the cherry from the cigarette. And then Maury's like, Jimmy, I need to see it. Jimmy, come on, Jimmy. I'm spoiling something Street Team Joe's never seen before. And he's like, all right. They go for a ride. And then Maury from Maury's Wigs, which, Skaz, you couldn't have a better gambler, right? A guy who's helping shaving points, which I think was a storyline yesterday in sports that we have not get to, and I'm not going to do it tonight. But do we now credit Maury from Maury's Wigs for the point shaving at Boston College from years ago, or that might have been a long time ago, actually. But yes, Maury, you should watch Maury's Wigs, Joe. It's a commercial of a wig company. If you ever need a wig, I know a guy. All right? At least I knew a guy. How about that? Also, I'm getting feedback or pushback, that Winthrop is not the North Shore. And it's not in Boston. That it's in Boston. And I would just like to look back and tell you that it is not located in Boston. Winthrop is not in Boston. Now, would I call it North Shore? No. I call North Shore like out there North Shore, like Byfield, towns like that. I guess Danvers and all that's North Shore too, but Newburyport, stuff like that, that's North Shore. But Winthrop is definitely not Boston. I would just like to push back on anyone that had any disagreement with me on that. Nikki's in Medford. Nikki.
Joe, listen. Take it from the guy who grew up in Somerville, okay, and married the girl from Winthrop, all right? Winthrop is not the North Shore. But if you're anything north of Revere, it's definitely the North Shore.
Now, listen to me. I'm from Hyde Park. Just so you know this, I'm from Hyde Park. So Medford and Hyde Park kids would never meet. But second of all, I don't consider Medford the North Shore, but people from Medford consider it the North Shore.
Of course they do, because most of their family who live in the South Shore have no idea what it's like. Besides that, if you live up here, you know where all the good roast beef places are. Am I not right?
You're damn right.
That's correct. And I would also tell you that the song that you guys were trying to find, you just played in your intro, which was Harry Nilsson's Jump Into the Fire.
Yes.
All this mob talk movies, has anyone even mentioned The Town?
Yeah, but The Town was Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
No, The Town was a good movie. It's not better than Goodfellas. Are you kidding me?
No, it's definitely not better than Goodfellas. No, we can agree on that.
Didn't the Lufthansa heist happen in Medford or Somerville right there?
Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on here, but we don't talk about it unless you're here. Now, listen, the next time you guys do a remote over at the casino, I'm 8 minutes away from Encore. I'm sure I can make myself known when you guys are there, and we can talk. We can talk Chinese, we can talk roast beef, or we can talk Greek food, Joe. We can talk Greek food because I'm the Greek guy that married the French Canadian girl from Winthrop, and I grew up in a household where my great grandmother was Italian on the third floor. My Irish father and Greek father was on the first floor, and I had my two Polish step-grandparents on the second floor. So we got all kinds of stuff we can talk about. It's on the stuff so we can...
I go to Semolina, which is in Medford, which is very, very good.
That is one of my favorite places where me and my wife go.
Thank
you.
But
if I had to pick my favorite sub shop, Joe...
Bob's.
I know the boys usually have you guys on. It has to be Leone's on Winter Hill.
Oh, Leone's cash only. Give me a half tray, baby, and go to Lindell's on the way back.
I love the show, Joe.
Thank you.
I say it's going to be 24-14 Patriots on Sunday. Thank you so much. Appreciate what you do.
Thank you. That's Nicky the Fork.
Nicky the Good.
Nicky the Good. I wish Street Team Joe had a clue what we were talking about. He looks focused over there. What's going on?
Yeah, he's probably ChatGPT and something. Top 10 movies of all time.
All right, well, Joe, get ready because we got a giveaway, all right? You ready for this? Call number 10 to our contest line at 617-931-0985. We'll win a pair of tickets to the Duncan Women's Beanpot Championship at the TD Garden on January 20th. Be there to witness prime college hockey and see two-time defending champs Northeastern try to hold on to their title against BC, BU, and Harvard. It's all women hockey times. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. We got hour 2 of the Joe Show coming up next. I'm Joe.
From the Delaware Tiger Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. Touchdown! The flagship station of the The Patriots, Bruins, the Celtics. WBCFM, Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Beasley Media Group station celebrating 65 years of broadcasting.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots and Texans. They'll play this Sunday over at Gillette Stadium. Christian Gonzalez will be there, but no Nico Collins. We got all the coverage here on the Sports Hub all day long. I'll be there, too. Post-game, actually. You can hear me there. Sam Darnold, questionable. He's got an oblique. Who would start if Sam Darnold didn't? Is it Jalen Milroe?
I believe it's the kid that was in Denver.
Drew Lock.
Yes.
Oh, God. Give me Jalen Milroe. Well, actually, no. Drew Lock was okay. Right? Kind of? Remember when Scott Zolak started the playoff game? Headlines are brought to you by Deanne Van Lines. Take the chance out of your move and make a sure bet. What am I doing? Make the sure bet with Deanne Van Lines, an approved mover of the Department of Defense. Did I swear? I hope I didn't. Thank you, Skaz. I'm Joe Murray.
To us, Boston pride runs deep.
I'm a Bostonian!
This is Boston's home for sports.
Bow, bow, bow!
98.5, the Sports Hub.
But he had such manicured hands. We sat front row. The best part is when you stood me up. Oh, no, I see. I'm not going to make it through the show, Skaz, without spoiling it for Joe. I know he's on the phone and can't hear anything.
He's hard at work.
But, anyways, what do you got, Skaz? You got anything, man? I have a rundown. I don't know if
Nick Caserio is what you have at 7:00.
Yeah, what do you think about him?
I think he's good at his job, Joe. I think he's a guy who was maybe sick of Bill Belichick.
So yeah, good. I mean, I guess that's a good conversation, right? The short hiatus that the Patriots had. Should we call it a 5-year dip? I know they went to the playoffs one of the years.
It was a dip.
5-year dip.
We're dippers. That was a dip.
That was a 5-year dip. Do you think losing Nick Caserio hurt that dip?
I don't know how you could argue otherwise.
I think he might have been one of the biggest reasons why. And to your point, wasn't that he didn't want to work under Bill, at least maybe privately, that was what it was. But he did have an opportunity to go to the Texans, and they've drafted very well. I mean, even C.J. Stroud, throw him in the mix. They signed free agents. I know Nick Chubb was hurt, but they got him.
They got Diggs last year.
Diggs was a great find for them. But the drafting, Singletary.
Christian Kirk, is he there now?
They got him as
he's been good.
Year. And he's bounced around a little bit, but he's good.
He wasn't great this season, but he showed up when they needed him on Monday night.
Absolutely. And he's kind of that guy, right? Like I expect him not to play well this week. But I think he's a very streaky player. He's good, but he's just not consistent enough. But he was an absolute star player and could be a 2 in this league.
He kind of reminds me of like a worse version of Jacoby Myers. He's in that mold.
Yeah, I think he has more skill. It's just Myers.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
More like I guess I'd use production. But if you look at the history of, what the Texans have done as their draft this year, they took Jaden Higgins. He's pretty good, right? Didn't we talk to Sean Pendergast the other night? And he mentioned all the Iowa State guys. Jalen Knoll, he was the other Iowa State. They drafted Ursery. That was somebody the Patriots were interested in this year. Jalen Smith, corner. Woody Marks, I think they hit on big time. A 4th-round running back to be your starter is pretty good. If you go back to last year, Kamari Lassiter's been awesome. As far as a number 2 corner, he's great. Cade Stover, I guess, is chipped in as a tight end, excuse me. The year before, dude, this was that they had. This is the year. C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson. Now, Juice Scruggs hasn't done anything, but Tank Dell was good. He's obviously got hurt. But Henry Tuau, is that how I say his name? He's very good. Xavier Hutchinson's made some decent things. And then the year before that, Derek Stingley Jr., stud, out of LSU, one of the better corners I think we've seen over the last few years. And he got a new contract this year, right? Ooh, this could be the Christian Gonzalez game. Stingley got the money. Gonzalez is up next. Looking at the rest of it, Jalen Petry's an outstanding safety. I think he's one of their best players. He played at Baylor. Awesome. Did John Mechie do much?
Not really.
He couldn't get back on the field. Is he still in the league? Like, I don't even know.
I think he's in the league.
I think he got traded this
Yeah.
year.
On the Giants or something.
They draft Dameon Pierce, another 4th-round pick who he's been off and on, but he's small. That was he was kind of a boomer bust.
He was good last year.
Yep. They got Davis Mills, Nico Collins in the same draft. So if you look at the way that they've drafted, it's been good. If I was going to nitpick what they've done, they didn't prioritize the offensive line. And I'm almost curious if that was something going back to the Patriots. Like, this is why I think when you look back at the history of the Pats, Dante Scarnecchia was one of their most important pieces. The way that he could just get an offensive line to work. This is why I think Josh McDaniels this week will be able to go up against that, or at least protect not only Drake May, but the tackles on the outside. Morgan Moses, they gave a couple of days off to. The Texans did the same with Trent Brown. So they're getting those guys ready to go. They want them, 100% healthy for this game. But going back to Nick Caserio, though, he absolutely was a loss for the Patriots. They went with Elliott Wolf. It wasn't great last year. They don't have that draft from a year ago. This year was much better. And I do think that Mike Vrabel brought in his guys, and that stretches a part of it. But make no mistake about it, Nick Caserio is a big part of what the Houston Texans are doing now. And, I was reading this week, Nick Caserio picked up a few things from working with Bill Belichick. He talked about facing the Patriots this week, and he did nothing but just give flowers to the Patriots. And that was something that Bill Belichick always did against one of his teams. And he sounds like him. And I don't even want to play you the sound, but it's almost as if they're very similar. Now, Street Team Joe has sent me something. The ESPN crew, which I believe consists of Dan Orlovsky and what is it? Marcus Spears, that whole crew.
Hannah Storm, Mina Kimes, Ryan Clark.
There you
yes.
go. Joe, did you want to share what you sent us?
Joe,
hi.
They are all going with the Houston Texans.
How's that make
across
you
the
feel?
board?
How's it make you feel?
I'm not a Patriots honk like I am a green teamer. I respect the Texans D. I do think it's the best unit left in the NFL on any side of the ball. I just don't think Houston has enough offensively, and I don't know why this Nico Collins news isn't affecting that drastically. Like, he is their best weapon on offense by far. Now Christian Gonzalez can move on to shadowing Christian Kirk. Who's the other guy they got there, Skaz?
Jaden
Higgins. Like, their run game isn't very scary.
Skaz,
Woody Marks isn't very scary.
Skaz, where have you heard that someone's going to depend on rookie receivers to make an impact in the play? Like, come on. Come on.
They're putting a lot on their plate.
They're putting a lot on rookies. Are the Patriots?
And Will Campbell, certainly.
I mean, Travion Henderson's been good, but
threw a big block last week.
It's been Ramondre.
Yeah. Do you worry about Ramondre fumbling the ball?
Absolutely. I'm always.
Always.
You know what? I don't think we've used that in 2026, dude. I don't think if you have to find it in the hotkeys, we haven't used it enough.
Always ask.
We haven't dropped an always.
Are you more afraid of Ramondre turning it over or Drake May turning it over?
So I'm not afraid of anything.
No, of course, Joe. No, of course. What are you more worried about?
What do I think is more
likely?
More likely to happen is probably Drake May turning the ball over. That would bother me more.
How many turnovers can they get away with on Sunday? Because they're going to turn the ball over.
I would say they have to go under 2.5 turnovers to win.
You think there's a line out there on that?
Yeah.
Let's find it.
Hey, somebody hit me up with a line the other day. Hey, joke, is there a bet that Drake May gets hurt?
Oof, don't like that.
I didn't find it anywhere. Don't send it to me. Don't watch it. Now I'm going to get some guy from Medford calling in being like, I'll take that action. Meet me at the Encore.
Is this a game you would take over 2.5 people to throw a pass? That's like a Super Bowl bet people do every
We got it
year.
last week.
Yeah.
Efton Chisholm.
Yeah, what a pass it was. Not completed, though.
Can I tell you something on Josh? You know, Josh McDaniels. Am I a hater?
How do you feel about Ben McDaniels?
I like him.
So you like Ben, don't like Josh?
Yeah. I like Ben and Nick is who I like. Skaz, I always thought Nick Haley was the next guy. You were here. Remember people used to call me up and be like, yeah, Joe, how about that Nick Haley now? Yeah. Because Nick Haley, I think, was the interim
sounds right
for the Raiders, or I can't remember, something to that degree. And then he went back to the Rams and learned a bunch. Stretch learned from the Rams too. Skaz, I will say this: I think it's more likely that Drake May turns the ball over. But what would you said scare me, or make me afraid? Ramondre Stevenson fumbling the football would make me afraid. You know why? Because they'd have to go away from him. I mean, I don't think that's in the Patriots' best interest. Oh, I hope the Texans play man. I really do. You know who I think is going to have a big game?
I was just about to ask, do you think this is like a Pop Douglas, Kayshon Boutte? So you're on Pop.
I'm on Pop. And I only say that because remember we looked it up. He had 6 catches last year and a touchdown in this game. Pop Douglas is a number 4 receiver in the league. He can have the production of an 80-catch season. In this offense, though, he's a gadget guy. But if you play man, he can beat anybody in one-on-one. And I almost think that Pop Douglas is ready to pop. I think in a perfect world, I want Kayshon Boutte and Stephon Diggs on the field with Hunter Henry. With a running back. In a perfect world, that's what I would like. But if you were to add a slot, I would like it to be Pop Douglas. And when Matt Collins is in, I want Steph Diggs in the slot. But this week, I can just see. Skaz, record it. Mark tape 7:14. Pop Douglas will burn Miles Bryant for a touchdown. Miles Bryant.
And tape has been marked.
Josh McDaniels is like Miles Bryant's out here, right? If I was the quarterback, I'm like, Bryant, 27. I don't even know what number he is anymore. There he is, guys. You remember who was the guy who talked trash to Brady and Brady torched him?
That was Tyrann Mathieu, I believe.
No, Steelers. It was like going.
Oh, way back you're talking.
Yeah, some guy talked trash about Brady.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
They gave up 3 touchdowns on him. Dude had a horrible day, and Brady was pointing at him all game. Because Palomalu was playing like up in the box.
Anthony Smith.
There you go.
He guaranteed a win before a 2007 game.
Brady, that was 07, dude?
Yes.
You know how there's this I'll save it for later. But now we're going back 20 years, bro. 20 years ago, Tom Brady was pointing at safeties starting a game and torching. Because Deion Branch, I think, had a monster day. Is that who it was? Deion Branch? Yeah, Branch had a monster day. Just like number 8 is Pop. Oh, Pop's not number 83 anymore. Well, whatever. Pop Douglas will have a touchdown or a big play, and he'll torch Miles Bryant. You heard it here first. Ralph's holding. What's up, Ralph?
Hey, Joe, how are you?
How are you?
Hey, Joe, let me tell you, they should have you on simulcast.
Well, you can see me on YouTube, and I'm on Nesson at 4 o'clock every day.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so anyway, Joe, I am so tired. I have heard so much stuff all week long about this game. And it's almost, like I said, it's almost tiring. Why don't they let it play out? All right. And on top of it, they're talking about this defense of Houston, which is really good.
Yeah.
But some games, Joe, the offense wins it for you. And some games, it's the defense that wins it for you.
Yeah.
But I think Drake May is going to come through, especially with his legs.
Yeah.
You know, and Joe, I'm a believer, Joe.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, and I'm so glad you're a believer, because you watch Felger and Maz, God love them both, but I'm sorry. I mean, I don't, it's aggravating sometimes. But anyway, yeah, and like I said, Joe, you should be on simulcast. I'd watch it.
Well, listen.
But anyway.
Hey, real quick. Hey, 4 o'clock, Nesson, every day, Monday through Friday. You just put me on. You'll see me right there.
On Nesson?
Yep, and then yes. That's the second time I've told you. And then, yes, now it's the third. And then you'll hear me on the radio at 6.
Well, let me just say one more thing.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. Let me just say one more
thing. All right,
thing.
one more. Fine, I like it.
All right, one more. No. The Patriots, I think, have a advantage, I think, with the coaching as well.
Yep. Yeah.
They got, with Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, I think they surpass the Houston coaching.
You got it, Ralph. I agree with you, man. How about Sean on Kowloon?
Hey, Joe. Yeah, I got 2 sports takes, but Kowloon, yeah. Do you like the Mai Tais?
Yeah, I like the Scorpion Bowls, too.
Scorpion Bowl's better? Thanks for the heads up on that
I
one.
like both, but yeah, I like both.
I'm a Mai Tai guy, but thumbs up?
Absolutely.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to hit that up, brother. Hey, I want to give a shout-out to Danny Amendola on the last football game I was at. Danny Amendola was yelling, told the Pats fans all to stand the F up.
Ooh,
and he even got the red seats up. So I will hopefully, whoever they set up for the game on Sunday I'm going to, they get these people going again because he did a great job. But my other take is I want to ask you a question on the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
The best game that Stroud had was against the 49ers, and he did not have Nico Collins, and he spread the ball out, much like Drake and Tom was doing. Yeah. Do you think that's a problem for the Pats that he's not looking for one target?
Yeah. Nah. Sometimes it helps. I think the 49ers, though, are depleted on defense. But that's just my thought. Felt like Drake May there. You know, when he's like, yeah. Hey, I'm going to try to stay away from Drake May this week, guys. Hey, by the way, what the hell's going on in the end zone before the game?
You tell me. You were there.
Right in the shadows of the Tom Brady statue, there's going to be some sort of fan show at the North Plaza Gillette Stadium. Joe, you going to be there? You know anything? Joe just gave me the Matumbo.
No.
Well, I apologize to Brian Barrett, who's probably waiting on hold, right?
Yeah, he'll be joining the Zoom shortly, I'm sure.
He's probably listening. That's why he's not there yet. Brian Barrett, I want to know what's going on with the Red Sox. We'll do that next on the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Before we get to Brian Barrett. Skaz is looking at me. We're ready to go? All right. Sorry, John. You have to wait. Because I have Brian Barrett of The Ringer joining us on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Hello, Brian.
Joe, what's going on, man? You ready for another playoff game?
I'm ready. Are you going?
No, I'm not going. You going to be in the building?
Oh, yeah. I think they're gonna just keep sending me until I guess they lose.
Yeah, there could be worse things in the world. It is interesting to me that this is sort of the last game that was picked, right? If you look at sort of how the broadcast teams picked it, this is essentially the game that was the least attractive, and it's a Patriots game. We're not used to this spot in the postseason.
I'm not used to this spot. And, speaking of that, you led right into one of my first questions. I think the Texans are the tomato cans that they are. I think they're the divisional doormat. And although I think, in respect, what they've done defensively, winning 9 in a row this year, winning 3 games with their backup quarterback, starting 0-3, they deserve flowers. But the Patriots won 14 to 15 games and have one of the best, top 10 in offense and in defense. People are afraid. I'm not. I think the biggest story is, can Drake May beat that top defense in the league? And he's done it to the top 5 defenses all year. Why not do it against the Texans again?
Yeah, I think it's interesting for a couple of reasons. The first thing is, we all know this defense is great, as you alluded to. I mean, they have 2 of the better pass rushers in the NFL. When you're talking about, of course, Will Anderson and Hunter on the other side, those guys are first in PFF's metric in terms of win rate among pass rushers. And then you look at their pass defense, it's awesome, 19 interceptions, tied for the 3rd most of the NFL. So their defense is awesome. But the one thing, and I know this is going to sound kind of crazy because this is well regarded as either the best, the second best, the 3rd best defense in the NFL. Most people say the best. I kind of feel like, in a weird way, this is actually a better defense for Drake May and the Patriots, even though it's better than the Chargers, because what the Chargers did last week in the first half, it felt like Drake May was off a little bit. Like, he was kind of confused, it felt like, with some of the stuff that was thrown at him because they were disguising things. When you look at this Texans defense, and I was actually watching the Manning cast the other night, when the Patriots are not playing, or if it's not a game that I'm super interested in, I prefer the Manning cast because you get entertaining interviews. And one of the points that Peyton Manning made is they just play the same defense. They play the same defense the entire game, where they're going to rush 4, which is great for them because they can get to the quarterback, which could be an issue in this game with only having to rush 4 and not bring pressure. But they play a ton of zone. Peyton Manning pointed out at one point, look at Stingler right now. He's looking in the backfield. And the Steelers actually caught him on that play where Rodgers found Metcalf. So because this defense is so hey, it's our good against your good, right? This is an elite offense that the Patriots have, number 1 in EPA per play. We're going to line up the way that we play every single week, and we're going to expect to beat you that way. I think that actually in some capacity makes it easier for Drake, that it's not one of these things where you're not going up against a Flores defense, right, where the pressure is coming from everywhere. I think that actually benefits the Pats.
All right, Brian, we can talk about this game. It's been covered all week long. I can't do it anymore. I need the game to be here because I do want to ask you about some other stuff too. What do you think happens? What do you think is the ultimate outcome? What went right? What went wrong? And what's your prediction for the game?
I think the Patriots are going to win. I think it's probably an under game if you're looking at that 41.5. And the thing that just sticks out to me, first of all, there's 2 things. The first one is, I think the most underrated part of the Patriots season has been the emergence of Ramondre Stevenson again. This is such a weird storyline where this guy in 2022 looked like, oh, this is one of the up-and-coming running backs in the NFL. He got the contract extension, hasn't been the same player since. I mean, as early as, 3 months ago, we were talking about, should they just bench Ramondre because he kept fumbling the football? And now you look down the stretch of the season, if you look at his last 5 games, including that playoff game, he's over 8 yards a carry. He led the NFL this season in Next Gen's metric of yards over expectation per attempt. Better than any other running back in the NFL. I'm not saying he's the best, but then you look at yards after contact per attempt. He was 3rd in the NFL behind Achane and Bijan. He's had an elite season. Then you look at Travion Henderson, who's tied for 4th in yards per attempt. So I think at some point this running game is going to have an impact on this thing. I still can't believe how low Ramondre's receiving totals are in this game. If you look at any of the sports books, I would hammer that if I was looking for a play in this game. So I think that's the underrated part of this offense is they do have a really good run game, which for a large portion of the season, that wasn't a thing. Remember, Travion wasn't even playing. So I think that benefits the Patriots. And the other thing is the quarterback on the other side, right? If you watch that Steelers game last week, the interception that he threw in the red zone was mind-numbing. Like, you have points on the board. You know, on the other side, this team is not going to score a lot when you're talking about the Pittsburgh offense. And even if you complete that pass, if you're CJ Stroud, you're not getting a touchdown. So you're kicking a field goal either way. It made no sense. In the ball security thing, right? You're going to play in the cold again. CJ Stroud, and it wasn't even that cold when you're looking at the Pittsburgh situation. He put the ball on the ground 5 times. 5 times. And then Woody Marks had this massive game against Pittsburgh. And we can look at the Patriots rush defense and say, you know what, it wasn't great down the stretch of the season. Well, okay, Robert Spillane was back into the equation. I know Milton Williams, if you look at sort of like PFF metrics, he doesn't rank out as a great run defender. But you know what happens is like they stay ahead of the change when Milton Williams is out there because he's such a great pass rusher. He's the best pass rusher on the team. And the Chargers, I'm not saying that Vidal's a great running back. Their actual running backs couldn't run the ball at all. Stroud is not a guy that likes to scramble or run a lot at all. So I just think the Patriots defense is going to be able to dominate large portions of this game. Like, I look at it and I say, all right, even if you want to argue the Texans have the best unit in the game, which is their defense, well, the Patriots have number 2 and number 3, and there's only one weak unit in this game. And the one weak unit in this game is the Texans offense. It's not good. And, oh, by the way, their best weapon isn't going to play.
I agree with that one. Do you think the Patriots are hosting an AFC championship next week?
I do. I keep going back and forth with this. So I fought this last week. And so I made the mistake last year. I don't know where you were at with this one, Joe, is I actually picked the Chiefs to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. I thought they were going to win. And the only reason is they kept winning these games last year. The Chiefs were like, because I picked the Bills to beat them, but I'm like, they beat the Bills. How does Mahomes keep pulling this out? And so then in the Super Bowl, I'm like, all right, they'll just pull it out again. And I ignored how talented that Philadelphia team was, right? And so I look at this game, and it's kind of the same thing, except I'm going to do the same thing that I've done in previous times, where I'm going to say, Josh Allen is by far the best player on the field. Josh Allen is probably the best player in the NFL right now. What he did last week was nothing short of amazing. 2 rushing touchdowns. He completed 80% of his passes. He was awesome. Now, I will say Lamb Cohen kind of contributed to the Bills' win by, I don't know, maybe run the football more when both your running backs are gashing the defense. It made no sense in terms of his play calling. But I'm just not willing to bet against Allen. I think there's something weird going on with Bo Nix. So, yeah, Denver has the much better team if you look at the totality of the roster. But the Bills have the best player in the game. So I'm going to go with the Bills. I'm going to say it's Patriots-Bills AFC Championship game. Can you imagine how amazing that would be? Josh Allen to come into Foxborough where he hasn't got over the hump yet to win a Super Bowl, and now he's going to go through the Patriots and Drake May. It'd just be unbelievable television.
Brian Barrett joining us from The Ringer. What happened with Alex Bregman, and how do you feel about Ranger Suarez?
Okay, so the Bregman situation, how this was sort of negotiated, was embarrassing from a Red Sox perspective. Now, I want to be crystal clear about this. I'm not that upset about losing the player. Okay, I'm upset about sort of how this all went down, where they messed up the Rafael Devers situation to the point where you're in this hole where you kind of needed to sign Alex Bregman. Like, that's embarrassing. You basically rented Bregman for a year so he could get a bigger deal with the Cubs. I think it's bad that the guy running the team and Craig Breslow, they came back with an offer and he basically played chicken and Bregman's like, all right, I'm going. The fact that who are you to not give a no trade clause to a player, considering that why would Bregman ask for this? Oh, I don't know. The best player in recent franchise history, Mookie Betts, was traded. Oh, yeah, and then Rafael Devers was traded. You just saw that happen, so it's not crazy for him to ask for that, right? So I think if that's the player you identified, it's embarrassing. Now, I thought from the beginning he shouldn't have been their number one target. Their number one target should have been Pete Alonso, because he literally said at the beginning of free agency that they need to hit home runs, right? That's foolproof, and they need to drive runners in with runners in scoring position. And last season, Pete Alonso was number 1 in Major League Baseball in basically every metric with runners in scoring position, and every year of his career, with the COVID exception, of course, because he only played 60 games, he's hit north of 30 home runs. In 3 of those seasons, he's hit 40. So I disagreed with the motive, or excuse me, with the plan. But if Bregman was your number 1 option, you can't miss out on that. What I will say is this. Right now, this is incomplete. I think Ranger Suarez, that is a heck of a deal, and he should send something via Venmo to Bregman for getting that deal done. But I do think if you're asking me, like, would you rather have Ranger Suarez on this deal for the money they gave him, and considering that, okay, now your rotation looks really good, pencil him in number 2, would I rather have him at that number with the years compared to the years that Bregman got in Chicago and the 175 that Bregman got? I would prefer Ranger Suarez. But here's the thing. Now you got to finish the job. So is it Nico Horner, right? Where Nico Horner has 1 year remaining on his contract, which scares you because of the Bregman situation. But if you think about Horner, number 1 in Major League Baseball in defensive runs saved among second basemen, and he was number 1 in Major League Baseball in batting average against lefties. Like, that guy makes a ton of sense. So as of right now, it's incomplete, but I call him the pivot prince, Craig Breslow. That's what he does. He pivots, and I actually think, like, maybe this sounds crazy. Like, I'd rather have Ranger Suarez. I'm mad about the way Breslow negotiated things with Bregman, but I'm not mad that they don't have the player. I'm more mad about how things went down with Devers than I am losing Bregman.
Do you think they missed on multiple replacements? Bregman gone, Arenado gets traded, right? They lose Bichette today. Then they lose another third baseman in the mixer. I'm just saying, like, the Suarez money. I like Suarez, by the way, Ranger Suarez. But I also feel like that money was probably more guaranteed money than they offered Bregman and less money than Bichette got today.
Yeah, the Bichette one's interesting because I loved Bichette in terms of what he could bring to this team. Like, I would have preferred a Bichette deal to a Bregman deal just because of the age. And quite frankly, Bichette, since 2021, has been the far superior offensive player. Now, he's a bad defensive player, but you weren't going to play him at shortstop anymore. In all likelihood, he would have been your starting second baseman, especially considering it's a short-term deal. That kind of stinks, but I do think there is a way to salvage this if you can go after either Horner. Now, Donovan's not quite the player that Horner is. Donovan, the only reason I bring him up is because Bloom seems to be doing a ton of deals with Breslow, right? I mean, we've already had 2 of them, so you would think that Donovan would be another piece that they've probably discussed at some point. But yeah, the Bichette one to me, like, I honestly go back to the beginning of the offseason. Like, clearly they could have gotten Bichette for that deal right now. But secondarily, like, if you just signed Alonso, you could have signed Suarez too. Like, if you signed both those guys, I don't think we're talking about, like, what a bad offseason it's been for the Red Sox. But right now, I think the number one thing is call the Diamondbacks, but it doesn't appear they're willing to trade Marte at this point. He's a switch hitter, has been one of the best sluggers in the game, but I don't think that's on the table right now. But never say never, keep calling them. And then you have to find a way to get a second baseman, because sort of the underlying thing here is Suarez is not a strikeout pitcher, right? He's the best at inducing soft contact, 31.1% hard hit rate last year, balls off the bat 95 plus. It's number 1 in Major League Baseball, better than Tariq Skubal, like absolutely elite at inducing soft contact. He's a ground ball pitcher, as is Brian Bayo, who you would think is going to be in this rotation as well. Last season, your second base defense was bad. It was putrid. I believe the final number on them was -6 defensive runs saved. So getting these guys, like, you need to be able to play well defensively. That's why I still think this offseason to me is incomplete. Yeah, sure, you missed out on some guys, but what they do have now to defend the Red Sox in some capacity, you do have pitching depth. Like, you have to trade some of this pitching away for a second baseman.
Oh, yeah. Jaron Duran's still here, right? They got 7 lefties in their rotation. I almost wonder if they'll dangle Brian Bayo out, but he's another righty, and I think you got to kind of hang on to him. But I'll give you the name. I think the guy they do bring in is Eugenio Suarez. I just think that they can get him under a 1 or 2 year deal. Give him the money, but they need something in the middle of that lineup. I know he only hits 220 or less, but, dude, I think he could hit 40 home runs at Fenway.
Yeah, you need pop in the lineup, that's for sure, because even Contreras, like, he's never hit 30 home runs. I like the deal in and of itself, but he doesn't hit for a ton of power. Like, he's a good hitter, and he's going to help you defensively at first base. I do like the idea of moving Bayo, though, because I think when you look at it, you could say, like, oh, who's a team that could be interested in Bayo? Maybe the Astros, right? They need starting pitching. A guy that we mentioned at the beginning of free agency, the beginning of the offseason, was Paredes from Houston, who, if you look at his numbers, like, they're not going to jump off the page to you, but he has the highest pull percentage in all of Major League Baseball. So that would make sense. But I would not hate a Suarez deal, because I agree with you. I don't think that's going to be a long-term commitment, and you got to find a way to hit for some power, right? Like, I think back to that playoff lineup. That's why I was disappointed at sort of the avenue they were taking in free agency. You go back to the Yankees series, there was no fear. And I get it. Your best player, Roman Anthony, was not in there. But your best hitters were like Trevor Story and Yoshida in the postseason, right? Like, that's not good enough. And that's why I sort of get aggravated with the ownership when there's that obvious guy that's out there in Alonso, because you look at it, you say, like, all right, if I was the Red Sox last year, and this is the old John Henry from when they bought the team and they won the 4 World Series, they would say, this is embarrassing. We don't even have a guy that we can start game 2. Now, luckily, they got Ranger Suarez, but our starter didn't even give us 3 innings. And then secondarily, we struck out 13 times in that game 3. Like, we need to get better offensive players. And you could argue in some sense, like, it's probably a net neutral, adding Contreras and losing Bregman, but you didn't get better offensively. And the old Red Sox would have went out there and spent. I'm not saying like a Dodgers type situation, but they would have found a way to get a slugger in here. As recently as 2018, we all knew eventually JD Martinez was coming to the Red Sox, and you feel like there was obvious things they could have done at the beginning of free agency, and they just didn't do them, which is kind of unbecoming of a franchise like the Red Sox.
Well, Brian, I knew I'd wind you up by just mentioning the Red Sox, so you did a good job of explaining all that. Before I let you go, Anthony Simons, 39 points last night. I know all the discussions this week was about illegal screens and Jaylen Brown and the officials and whatever. But I think Anthony Simons is at least a good storyline. He's playing well. He's good off the bench. He could be a starter. He should be a starter. Makes a lot of money. There's not a lot from, I guess, reports, is that not a lot of teams have been interested. Has that changed? And if the Celtics are trying to get under the luxury tax, is he the guy that's definitely being moved, or how else could they get creative?
So I think now Brad Stevens is in a really difficult place. And look, Brad Stevens has been an incredible executive. Look at all the trades that he's made, even just like getting off Drew Holiday's contract. That was unbelievable. But we've seen multiple, like the Derek White trade, getting rid of Marcus Smart, even though Porzingis has been banged up. Like Marcus Smart, I don't think that was going to work long term anymore with this team. So I trust with Brad. Like, look at the front court right now. Like Garza's playing major minutes. But this is a difficult decision because just to add to what you're saying, the last 9 games, he's averaging 18.4 per game. He's 37 of 74 from deep, 50%. He's doing this in 26 minutes. If you look at the per 36, it's 24.8 points per game, 5.5 threes. If he played 36 minutes per game. This season in the NBA, he's 7th in three-pointers made per 36 minutes. Catch and shoot threes, he's 5th in the NBA. So he has been tremendous for this team. And I just don't think you can trade him at this point unless you're getting a massive upgrade. Like, unless something happens injury-wise with the Clippers and they say, hey, Zubac's on the table, right? Like, you have got to get a massive upgrade to do this because Zubac would be a massive upgrade. That guy's a hell of a defensive player. He's the reason that the Clippers last season were number 2 in defensive rating. Like that would, and he's on a very reasonable contract. That would make sense to me. But if it's just for a marginal upgrade or just to sort of move off the contract, you can't justify that to me right now based on the way this team is playing, right? We've talked about the fact that nobody had high expectations for the team this year. They're, in all likelihood, going to finish with a top 4 seed. And they'll definitely finish with a top 6 seed, knock on wood, unless an injury happens. They have Tatum coming back. And they needed Simons last night to win the game. They weren't getting enough from their primary guys. Simons is, like, one of the most talented offensive players they have. I mean, he can score in a variety of ways. Step backs, coming off pin downs, isolation. Last night, Jaylen Brown is just setting screens for him. Jaylen Brown's going to be all NBA this year, either first team or second team, right? He's setting screens to get Simons going. So based on where this team's at in the standings, I don't know how you could look these guys in the locker room in the eyes and say, yeah, hey, we traded Anthony Simons. What we get? We just kind of moved the contract.
Yeah, we had to move 2 first-round picks and a contract for a guy that can actually help.
You can't do it. You can't do it. Like this, Simons has been really. It took him a while. I get it. I give him some kind of credit here because it's like I thought instantly he'd be fine coming off the bench. Like, hey, be Lou Williams, right? When Lou Williams was winning 6th man of the year. Be Jamal Crawford. But that's difficult when you've been a starter for the majority of your career and they're running a lot of plays for you. It's been an adjustment, but I just, if they trade him, Joe, I would be really upset. Unless, like I said, if it's for a massive upgrade, if it's for Zubac, like in his contract as part of that deal, that would make sense. Jaren Jackson Jr., though, miss me with that. That guy has got a horrendous contract. He doesn't rebound, right? He averages like 5 rebounds a game, and he's a foul magnet. I want no part of that whatsoever. But it's Zubac, that makes sense to me. But that's like basically the only thing I could think of right now where you could justify And I get it. It's an expiring contract, but I don't know how you justify moving that player considering what he's meant to the team, especially lately.
All right, dude. I've been watching The Ringer and Bill Simmons' podcast, and I think what is Russillo doing these days?
He's at Barstool.
I was going to say, I heard him doing something. And I don't know if he chirped Bill Simmons, but it was something there. Maybe you guys know more than I do, but I always like to stir the pot, you know?
Yeah, he's doing a show at Barstool now. I will say this: there's a new pod at The Ringer with Kellerman and Rich Paul, and I think this pod is really good for Celtics fans because Rich Paul was basically on the podcast talking about how the Lakers should trade Austin Reeves for Jaren Jackson Jr. And apparently, like, you can look this up. Like, it's been reported by multiple people. Apparently, Austin Reeves' agent was really upset about this. And like confronted Rich Paul at a Lakers game at halftime, which is like, at this point, I would rather have Austin Reeves than Jaren Jackson Jr. But it's just kind of funny that like he's LeBron's agent and he's talking about this stuff and he's talking about a guy like on the roster with LeBron and he's saying this like on his
openly
forum.
Dude, that is crazy. I wonder if Scott Boras has ever done a podcast.
Oh, it would be terrible, man. Like the stuff that he does like at the beginning of the winter meetings when he does all those rhymes. Remember he was doing with Bregman, but he does it every year. He like does these like almost like poem type things that he's got planned out. I can't stand. I mean, he's not as bad as like the Dodgers irritate me now with all this stuff about like how they have extra money because of the TV deal and all that. But yeah, baseball. I'm excited to see the Red Sox next year. I love baseball, Joe, as you know, but I am worried about the landscape of the sport right now.
Me too. All right, he's Brian Barrett, everybody. We went everywhere. Baseball. We didn't talk about the Bruins, but everything was cool last night. So they do it well. Who's better, Bruins or Red Sox when it comes to those ceremonies?
That was pretty good last night. I gotta say the Bees after that one.
Yeah, and the Red Sox always have the you know. And is Dick Flavin still with us? The poet laureate.
Not sure.
I don't know. Is he? I know. Here I am putting Skaz. I just literally threw Skaz into the fire just now. But he always was like, and it goes on and on and on, and he would always do some sort of poem.
I will say this though, Joe. You know what does annoy me is when the Celtics, and it doesn't happen as much anymore, but like the tribute videos for everybody that comes back. Oh yeah. I'm like, all right.
Hey, is it Porzingis tomorrow night, or that's on the road, right?
Yeah, that's on the road. I think Simons may have got one in Portland.
And they lost.
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, I should say, as I say this, like the Luke Cornett one was actually really cool.
It was. Yep, I saw it. He was out there the night before. Dick Flavin, no longer with us. Sad day. It's a sad day. All right, Brian. Well, nothing. Oh, is he on mute?
No, I'm here.
Oh, you had nothing for me on that one. Dick Flavin.
No, sorry.
Oh, well, it's okay. Well, don't be sorry. We can listen to you on The Ringer. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Yeah, check me out. You can get it on Spotify. If you have Apple Podcasts, it's just off the pike. Had a pod this week, the end of the week, with my buddy Jeremy Branham from ESPN 97.5 in Houston. So did a whole thing. Houston, Texans, Patriots breakdown. I'm excited for it. I know a lot's been made this week, Joe, on your station about the week schedule. And
house money, too.
Yeah, well, the house money thing I disagree with, but I do agree with the theory. I can't remember who said it this week. I think it might have been Felger about I would much prefer people criticizing my schedule and have the rest advantage in home field than the Texans being battle tested. I do agree with that theory.
All right. Well, go listen to Brian. He's got people from Houston on his show, and, well, we'll be doing more Red Sox and Celtics as hopefully we get a couple more weeks of football. Brian, appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, Joe, enjoy the game.
You got it. It's Brian Barrett. Everybody check him out. The Ringer. Off the Pike podcast. Does an awesome job. Stats guy. And he lives near me. And he always comes to Sylvan Street Grill when we eat, drink, and chill. All right, we'll go to a break. You got something for me, Skaz?
No, I'll decline on the Dick Flavin no longer with us, Joe. 2022.
Yep. You know what's funny? I said it to Brian Barrett, and he didn't say anything either.
Kind of enjoyed that.
Why does nobody want to respond about Dick Flavin?
Kind of just let it hang out there.
The night show has gone on here for 15, 16 years? When did this place start? 19?
Sure.
Dick Flavin has
19.
been. Oh, no, 09. Sorry. Dick Flavin has been a part of the night show since 2009. We've been playing his poems for years. Maybe we should give him a send-off. Remember the coffee table book?
It feels a little delayed. But...
Yeah, but you know what? It's not. Sometimes it is too soon. I feel like this is good timing. Well, maybe we'll have our own retirement ceremony when the season starts. Maybe we'll have Wallach play the flute. You ever heard him do "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" on the flute?
How could you miss it, Joe?
Rest in peace, Dick Flavin. We love you. All right, we got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray. Bye.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
And Bo Bish.
a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is...
One. And there were fingers, not wings. So I had one, and then when I was leaving Nesson today, I grabbed it with me, and I brought it with me, and because that was a long break right there, Skaz, I just took it down, baby. Crushed it with my bare fingers. I have finger-licking good fingers right now. There were garlic parm, too, so, like, my breath's probably... Can you smell it? Anyways, in or out. Joe, with everybody, Street Team Joe. His name is Joe Ariano. He is producer Joe Ariano. Put your mic on. Go ahead. Put it out. Get it. Are you timid now from the whole Goodfellas stuff from earlier?
Yeah, I think I was bullied off the mic earlier.
Mary, who's one of our top executives here, brought Joe down the hall, and I went, no.
I thought that was it for me.
And
Joe.
really, actually, to shout out to Mary, she gave you a very nice, like a holiday gift.
Oh, yes. I will be going to this 110.
That's what you got?
110. And it also is...
Get some candy?
Aviva Trattoria.
Yes.
How is that?
They're all fantastic. Part of the Apex Entertainment Group.
Yeah. And so I have more gift cards to the Aviva Trattoria. So
Joe, that's near your house.
Yes, I will be.
Maybe she listened.
I'm going to go.
It would have been funny if she got you a Dairy Queen gift card.
We don't support that.
No.
Joe going incognito mode.
Joe, I went
Queen.
twice last week.
Wait, you went to Dairy Queen twice? The same one or different one?
Milford. Yeah.
And did you get food or ice cream?
Oh, I got ice
both?
cream. Well, okay, so now I can rationalize it more because the one in Westboro is closed. So technically the closest DQ to me is that
Milford
one now. So, but they have this new Snow Dream Blizzard, I believe it's called. It's
Snow Dream?
It's cake batter, marshmallow, and Oreos in the Blizzard. And it was fantastic.
Ooh.
Ruined my stomach afterwards, but it was fantastic.
See, isn't that like the best? It's kind of like something tastes so good, but you're going to regret it. Like Skaz talks about it. They make pills for that. Yeah. Now we should put that on a T-shirt. Yeah, when I eat like that, like right now, dude, I just ate Buffs. We got 2 hours to go.
Your stomach's not going to feel great. You know?
But am I going to make it 2 hours?
No.
What about an hour and 54 minutes, Joe?
I have a poop story for another day.
Dude. Oh, you heard the Zoe, right, the other day?
Yeah, I did him farting on there. That was disgusting.
I'm going to be with him in the booth on Sunday.
Yeah. Good
Open the windows in the booth.
They're already open.
Yeah, make sure. Open air.
Told you. It's peak crop dusting time.
My dad crop dusted me last night.
Hey, you're putting him on the spot, Joe. You're blowing up the man's spot.
I was at Tanka, a nice Asian restaurant establishment. He had spicy wings, and he went into the bathroom. And let's just say I went into the bathroom a couple minutes later, and it was the most miserable experience.
That's not a crop dust.
Yeah, no, in the bathroom you can't fault a man for that.
But
that's not a crop dust.
But I don't know. He said he was going to pee.
No, he went into the bathroom. Listen, Skaz and I actually had this conversation.
Grabbing a pan out of the oven and complaining that it's hot.
If you're at the urinal, it's open range for past gas, right?
I guess. Well, there's only one bathroom with one toilet.
What I'm trying to say is if you're in the bathroom at a urinal, 9 out of 10 guys are going to pass gas.
Yeah.
So therefore, it might linger. You walked into it.
But I don't like someone blowing up the bathroom before I'm going.
Well, Joe. Nobody does. All right, let's do in or out. What do we got tonight, Skaz? You're in, Joe. What do you got?
All right, gentlemen. We will start it as the NFL playoffs. Let's start with some new food coming to stadiums for the playoffs, or actually drinks, I should say. In honor of Caleb Williams, the Bears are now serving a wired-in matcha cocktail at Soldier Field. They created an earthy matcha with silky coconut milk and smooth rum served in a 16-ounce souvenir cup. Are we in or out on rum matcha at a 2-degree Bears game on Saturday or Sunday?
Also out. Out on Caleb Williams this weekend.
No. Wrong.
I'm out.
No, the Bears are winning that game.
Is that betting?
Is that sure? Should we lock that up?
The Bears are winning that game. It's going to be -5 degrees out.
No, you get Scuba Steve at quarterback. Scuba suit guy.
Oh, Stafford? Are you going to put him in a scuba suit?
Now, listen, like I used to wear a tights when I played ball. because it keeps everything in. But
everything.
Yeah, everything. Anyways, Matt Stafford said he's wearing a scuba suit, but like said it. So now it's like, I know Brady wore one, but like now like I got Scuba Steve. Are you going to bet on Scuba Steve this weekend?
No. I'm not.
But you know what else too? Like a mocha, whatever this is with rum at a Bears game. It's the most one of the blue collar cities, right? Or state, whatever. And you're serving matcha?
Matcha, Joe. Matcha. Not the Macarena. It is matcha.
No, like I get it. Beer. Like if there was a barefoot wine, fine. Barefoot, right? Okay. But like you're getting fancy on me? No. Out.
Is matcha fancy or is it healthy?
It doesn't belong in Chicago either way.
To me, it's both. I'm out.
One and the same.
Wait, Joe, for the record, are you picking the Bears too?
I don't give my predictions till later.
Okay.
Yeah, wait for Joe me the money for that.
That's right. I don't think we're going to get that in tonight, but we are giving our picks tonight, though. Ooh, this chair became way more comfortable now. Ooh, man.
All right, while we're on food at football games, the college national title game will be on Monday, and some food that will be served at the stadium. The Tropical Keys Beef Hammer, an Angus beef shank glazed with pineapple bourbon barbecue sauce over garlic mashed potatoes.
Wow.
And the Cuban croqueta pizza with croquettes, bacon, cilantro, and lime wedges.
Yeah, that second one can go.
But you're in on the beef hammer.
Oh yeah, am I in on the beef hammer?
Silly question, yeah.
I'm in on the first one. Can you describe the second one again?
The second one is a Cuban croqueta pizza with croquettes, bacon, cilantro, and lime wedges.
So it's like a Cuban meat on top of a pizza?
Pretty much, that's what it looks
Which
like,
is,
yes.
I would eat.
I love croquetas.
Yeah, they look
My
good.
neighbor used to make great ham and cheese croquetas, and they were like hot pockets.
And this is in
steroids.
Miami.
Yeah.
It's in Miami, so it's probably authentic as hell.
100%.
Ooh. Give me the beef hammer, though.
Give me the beef hammer. All right, we will head to a new comedy series for this next one. The first trailer for the Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins came out today. It is from the 30 Rock creators. It is starring Tracy Morgan and Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. It follows an NFL superstar, Tracy Morgan, banned from the league, who hires a filmmaker to make a documentary on his life. Are we in or out on a Tracy Morgan and Daniel Radcliffe comedy series?
So I'm in on it because I feel like has good characters. I think Tracy Morgan can be I think I can see him being a former athlete. You have a good production team. It will be on NBC though, so how risque can it really be? But yeah, the Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins. Feel like you can get some good stuff out of there. Plus, Daniel Radcliffe's okay. Oh man, I think Tina Fey's a part of this, right?
I feel like Tracy Morgan and her are always doing stuff together, so probably. Creators of 30 Rock, I mean, I would imagine so.
I like that cast. I'm in.
I love 30 Rock. 30 Rock's one of my favorite shows.
Top 5?
Yeah. Not top 5. Closer to top 10.
Top 5, Joe.
Closer to top 10. But
Joe,
Tina Fey.
What is your favorite TV show of all time?
Right now, I'd have to go Peaky Blinders, followed by Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Sopranos is up there, and to round out the top 5, Stranger Things.
Your top 5 shows is much better than anything I've heard.
Much better than your other top 5.
Yes.
What about my top 5 foods? I thought you were right there with me on that.
Yeah. Changes though, doesn't it?
It does. It does change by the season. Right now, I like ice cream more in the winter than I do in the summer. Yeah, that's a hot take. No. I appreciate it more when it's harder to come by.
You appreciate it more when it's harder to come by, which would be the summer.
No, it's harder to come by in the winter because all the local ice cream stands are closed.
Easier to come by in the summer because nobody's in line to get. All right.
Well, they're closed.
So therefore, I'm right.
Well, your local mom and pop shops are all closed.
Skazzy, have you found an ice cream joint out your way yet?
He's meeting me at the Milford TQ.
yeah, Joe's trying to get me over there. A lot of the neighbors, everyone we meet tells us Chevy's apparently is the name of a very good ice cream place. We've not been there yet, as it hasn't been the summertime, but we'll check it out for sure.
Well, Skaz lives where one of the only remaining Unos are left.
That's true.
That was sad, dude. I was really sad to hear about this. Unos, dude. There's only 3 left.
Like anywhere, you're saying?
Everywhere, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, the one in my town just closed.
The one in Revere closed, and the one in Dedham closed.
That deep dish,
Dude, know what it is I think it's just now getting beat by other pizzas. Like now
too many
there's
good pizzas out
there.
there.
No, there's too many good pizzas.
Yeah.
No such thing.
A pizza shop is probably the worst operation to have right now.
Or the best.
Well, you have to have the best.
You need a good review these days, I hear.
Yeah. Did you see the one in Needham blew up Gianni's because Michael May went?
Saw that,
and I've had that place. It's pretty good.
You know what? I'm upset that she hasn't contacted me.
Yeah, I think she's got a lot going on.
You know what?
Joe.
I'm gonna look for her Sunday.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't want me to ever meet her?
I want you to meet her organically, Joe. I don't.
You don't want me to hunt for her.
I do not want you hunting for Ann Michael May. No, I'll have that on the record.
All right, I won't hunt for her.
Thank you.
That should be a clip.
Well, I hope she knows.
You're a fan.
I TikToked her.
You're a genuine fan.
I sent her a TikTok message.
You're a man who
did she respond?
No.
Likes food, and she is a content creator in the food game.
But I mean, would you rather do pizza with Dave Portnoy or me?
I'm in on
Dave Portnoy.
You gotta.
I'll bend the knee.
Pizza, maybe Dave, but that's where you got to branch out, Joe. You got to show her the North Shore. You got to show her.
Bakemas should be with you. Bakemas should.
You're right. You're right. No, Dave. I bend the knee to Dave because I'm never going to win that battle.
Certainly not.
I bend the knee.
Well, Joe, speaking of television shows and bending the knee, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the new Game of Thrones spin-off show, I believe taking place 1,000 or 100 years before Game of Thrones, starts this Sunday on HBO. Gentlemen, are we in or out on a new Game of Thrones show on HBO?
So I'm in. I won't watch it. I'll start off by saying that.
I'll watch it.
Did you watch the other one?
Yes, House of the Dragon.
Okay.
I've heard this is much better than House of the Dragon from early screeners.
Full transparency, I thought Game of Thrones, Sopranos, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, those are like some of my favorite shows.
I think Game of Thrones is right in that conversation.
Game of Thrones was probably better.
Just the ending.
They're different, right? They're
Game of Thrones at its peak was as good as any television.
If you can't say, hey, the Red Wedding, or name an episode, right? Like, we can mention the Pine Barrens for The Sopranos because it's iconic, right?
The Battle of the Bastards.
The Battle, exactly. There was so many.
I don't know if I can say that, but
no, the Battle of the Bastards.
All
you
right,
can say it. You just did.
Just making sure.
The Battle of the Bastards. Game of Thrones was. HBO really doesn't do anything wrong. They really don't. But I watched some of the House of Dragon, and it was good. I just didn't have the time. But I think this one's going to be good. And actually, I heard some nerd friends.
I like the Rising Crust from DiGiorno's. Those were pretty good back when
and I've actually, if you go to 985thesportsup.com, remember we were talking about some old articles we used to write.
Oh, that one's in there.
I did a Joe Murray's favorite frozen pizza. Did you ever hear about that? You can Google it.
No, I have.
I did Joe Murray's favorite frozen pizzas of all time. And it's on 985thesportsup.com.
Were you the one that told me about the Motor City Pizza Company, the Detroit-style frozen ones? Those are supposed to be
Gold
real
Belly.
good.
Get them right to your house. I should tell Dom you bought a house, and maybe you'll see a nice package in the mail.
We'll
I'm
love
tell him
that.
I might see him Sunday. I might.
There we go. You gonna be a man of the people again on Sunday, Joe? What's the game plan?
I'm not gonna hobnob as much as I did. But I have gotten an email that it is going to be packed. The press box is sold out. So I'm going to be tearing me loose. Tearing me loose. Anything else tonight?
Yeah, why not? We'll end with this one. Street Team Joe back here tonight. When he came in, he's always got something on his mind, something going. His big thing tonight, though, Pitbull's newest song. He's a fan. Joe Murray.
Can I get a sample?
Before I play it for you, are you
in or out
on new Pitbull?
And listen, guys, listen to me. Pitbull probably sucks, right? On the circumference of music to ingest, Pitbull probably sucks. But he's also a Main Street banger guy. Like, he puts out bangers. The last good
That's literally
one,
what I said to Skaz. Look, Skaz, this is a banger.
the last good one he made that I liked was, because give me the green light and I'm ready to go. Because you ever go to the poker table and you blackjack and the dealer puts up the thing to see if there's 21?
Yeah.
And that's how I want it to be green, because it's not 21.
I have a Pitbull would you rather for you. Want me to?
Okay.
Would you rather be only able to hear Pitbull's voice for the rest of your life, but he could sing any song of your choosing? Or you could only hear Pitbull's songs, but anyone can sing them, but they have to be Pitbull lyrics?
I would rather hear Pitbull's voice.
Wow. Pitbull's voice, but any song.
Yeah.
That's not where I thought you were going to go.
Because I don't want to put any more thought into what you just asked me.
Skaz said he doesn't want to decide.
Yeah, I said I'm out. I'm out on both of them. But I do. I just looked up this song. It's 5 years old.
Wait, it's a new hit, but it's a banger?
I heard it.
He's a Stranger Things guy. Stranger Things, one of the biggest songs they ever had, was from 1982.
This song is from 2020.
The Miami one?
Yes.
Hey, you know what's another big
not
song this
new.
year that came out last year? The Pink Bag of Drugs song.
Yes.
The Pink Pony Club.
Yes.
That song came out like 10
Chaperone.
years ago, too.
I don't know if it was 10 years
5.
ago, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Everything's within 10 years now. All right, Skaz, what do we got? Let's hear Pitbull. I think it's like a 2 or a 3.
Out of
10.
Okay. Thank you. How many did we ever get a porch party scale?
I haven't yet. You know what? Maybe I'll get a live update.
Yeah,
this
we need
weekend.
we need an update on how many porch parties is good.
That song was probably one of Pitbull's worst.
One of his worst.
You know what song I do like that he does? I don't even know if I like it. It just gets stuck in my head. I know you want me. You know I want you.
You know that one,
I
Joe?
know you want me. You know. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know that one. That's a good
okay.
one. He's got a lot of good songs.
I just
name another one.
The morning show is just every time I see or hear of Pitbull, I think of John Wallach. Just every time.
John loves Pitbull.
Loves him.
Don't Stop the Party. No deja la fiesta. Don't stop the party. Hey, yeah, yeah.
The Joes do Pitbull.
That song sucks. God, this Pitbull. Yeah, you know what? Pitbull sucks now that I think about it. Oh my God, somebody did a Pitbull's greatest albums here. Oh, is Timber?
Kesha saves that song.
Yeah,
though.
Kesha. Yeah, I would give Kesha credit for that one.
I don't know any of these other songs. Is Pitbull safe? Like me, I like Bad Bunny. Don't call me! I like Bad Bunny.
Yeah, everybody likes. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Bad Bunny.
Well,
people on the internet, Joe, but people in real life, you know.
You're right. Anything else tonight?
Let's see. I mean, I think we covered all his work.
I prefer you. If it's important, I want you to text me.
Yeah, I would 100% agree
But
with
if
that.
it's slack, just throw it in there and I'll read it later.
Done. I would agree with that.
Also, what's the over-under on days you can respond to somebody without being rude?
I need more context. What is it? Is it a favor? Is it?
Let's say
just
I
checking
texted
in?
you, "Hey Skaz, loved the show last night. Great job on the in or out bit."
I think you got 48 hours.
See, I was going to say 3. I was going to say 3 business days.
Yeah, I'm
business days.
Yeah.
Okay, 48 hours is good.
If it's like someone asking you something, I think you got to respond, that day, or if it's at night, the next morning.
I've been so busy lately, dude. Somebody just sent me a bunch of barbecue sauce they want me to try, and then mentioned a cookout, and I said, yeah, let me know the date, but they already sent me the date, but I must have missed that.
Happens to the best of us.
I feel like I just need to go back. Tomorrow I might just go back with all the texts I missed. Well, all right. We should go to break, huh? There's in or out, everybody. We'll have more coming up next on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
Chargers offense, the future.
It's the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots.
It's going to be a hell of a game on Sunday in Foxborough.
We all we got, all we need.
We're going to see a battle of which team can prevail.
Are we going to win? Huh!
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. So, who was that? Who was on there?
Unfortunately, it started with Mark Wahlberg.
So you don't like Mark Wahlberg, huh?
Why would I like Mark Wahlberg, Joe?
He's from Boston.
He's an incredible tool who left the Patriots Super Bowl at halftime. Do I remember that correctly? He leave at halftime of the Falcons game?
You're more than welcome to do that.
More than welcome to leave at halftime of the Super Bowl?
No. Crap on him.
Well, no, I'm just asking. He was the guy that left the Super Bowl, right?
He is.
And now he's doing the playoff hype video?
Correct.
I think you could have found somebody better than that, no?
Someone who cares?
Or just, yeah. Someone who isn't a complete tool.
So what are your thoughts on the video?
Production-wise, very well done. I believe Zdeno Chara was in there. I believe, I'm trying to think who else was in there. Look, who's the country guy that does Country Fest every year?
Chris Stapleton?
No. He's always at Gillette. Kenny Chesney?
Oh, Kenny.
I think Kenny Chesney was in there.
I hope he's still with it. Who's the other one that's no? Oh, yeah, Kenny Chesney. I'll go with it. Not a country guy. Where's McCone?
Yeah, me neither. I think that was pretty much it for the video. It started with Wahlberg, then you obviously got the narration voices, and then, yes, Kenny Chesney, Big Z, and then just a lot of highlights. Good video. We all we got, we all we need. That's kind of their slogan. I think that was kind of at the trade deadline.
Is there a song that has that lyric? Where did that come from?
I think it was the trade deadline when they they said,
this is all
we all we got, we all we need.
It couldn't rally around a song.
We'll put Street Team Joe on it. He's on it.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a big card show that's going on. And we've had him on before. It's Sean McElroy, his card show. What do you got, Sean? How many more tables?
What's up, Joe? Joe, it's not a good omen when Mark Wahlberg is doing a pump-up video for the Patriots. I don't think it's a good omen for them this weekend.
Oh, man, I didn't think of that.
Not a good omen.
Man.
But anyway, we do. We have a big show, Joe. You're going to be joining us at least for a day.
I'll be there Sunday.
The Patriots.
Sunday for sure. I'll be there.
Yep, you'll be there, and we're all set up. We have 24 autographed guests for the weekend. We have the cast of the Mighty Ducks. We have the cast of the Sandlot movie. We got Maxwell, Cedric Maxwell will be there.
All right.
We got Derek Whitlock of the Red Sox. We got a little bit of everything. We got 250 plus tables. With your top sports dealers and Pokemon dealers around the country. It's about a 60-40 breakdown right now of sports to Pokemon. So it should be a great weekend for everybody.
So it's the weekend of the 24th, 25th. It's in Pembroke, Massachusetts, which is on the South Shore. We were having South Shore, North Shore discussions today. But Pembroke next to Marshfield, correct?
It is right next to Marshfield. It's actually right off the highway. The venue, right when you get off the highway, it's about a 20-second drive to pull into the lot for the show. And it's 25,000 square feet. It's at the Wolves Den Sports Complex, as we said, in Pembroke.
Can you tell people what JSA will be doing? When people always ask me, hey, Joe, I got this thing, what's it worth? What they should do is go to the show, come see the guys at JSA to authenticate it, tell them how to do that.
Exactly, Joe. If you have a basketball, let's say you have a basketball Bill Russell sitting at home and it's not authenticated, you're thinking about, hey, I want to sell it. It was passed down to me from my grandfather or someone in your family, and you want to know that the person who's going to buy it wants to know it's real. So what you could do is you can bring those autographs to the show, and JSA will be there. And what they will do is they will authenticate the items on the spot. And, it may take an hour, it may take a couple of hours, depending on how many items you submit. But they will determine if the item was really signed by that particular athlete or not. So it's not a forgiven, that you're going to give something to them and they're going to say, yeah, it's real, but it is a third party authentication company, so it's just an opinion only. But if you are looking to find out if that item that you have that was passed down to you is real, it's a great opportunity. You pay $8 to get into our show, and you can go right to the JSA table, submit your items. There's varying prices for depending on what items you're submitting and what type of player you're submitting, but they will help you determine if that item is real or not.
I'm looking at the list. You got Garrett Whitlock, Dan Shaughnessy showing up.
I have Dan Shaughnessy. I have Peter Gammons.
Whoa!
Both those guys, they really haven't really done a lot in Massachusetts as far as autograph signings. They're both in the Baseball Hall of Fame. They both won the J.G. Spinks Award in 2010 and 2015, respectively. We got Gerald Henderson, Cedric Maxwell. We got Frank Viola, who pitched for the Red Sox, but is mostly known for winning the Cy Young in 1988 and winning the World Series MVP in 1987. It's a nice little mixture of players that we're going to have for that weekend. There's all different prices they start at. If you're interested in Garrett Whitlock, his base price is $49. If you're interested in someone like Cedric Maxwell or Peter Gammons, it's only $20. We also have, if you know a lot of Bruins fans that listen to the Sports Hub, because, the Sports Hub is the home of the Bruins. We have the two NESN commentators, former NESN commentator, I should say, and Jack Edwards and Andy Brickley. They'll be joining us on Sunday from 10 to 12.
I'll say I don't see Shaughnessy and Gammons out a lot, and neither Jack Edwards. So you got some good guests coming in there, man. I'm impressed.
It's good, and it's actually, Joe, we're making it a family-friendly event. It's only $8 to get in. These autograph prices, if you look at them compared to other shows or other big shows of the magnitude of at least over 150 tables or so, their prices are priced for the family. So, you can go in there and you can get one or two autographs. If you want to drop $40, say 20 on Gammons and 20 on Andy Brickley, or so on and so forth. So we're really trying to make it a family-friendly event. We're going to have a lounge where kids can hang out, play video games. There's a restaurant on site, so if you want to watch, some sporting events, they have like 10 or 12 TVs. It's really going to be an event. They also the owner told us this week that they're going to set up a bar inside the basketball court area, and you'll be able to buy drinks and walk around and shop for cards and memorabilia and all that stuff.
Awesome. Well, I love card shows, and if you haven't been to one, this is a big one. It's going to be next weekend, the 24th, 25th, the Wolves Den, the Sports Complex. It's 340 Oak Street in Pembroke. Do you have any more, if anyone's looking to set up a table, do you have any more tables left?
I have some single day availability for Sunday and a couple on Saturday.
How do they contact you? Tell them how to contact you.
If they want to contact me, they can contact me at the easiest thing is it's NE as in Northeast collectorsfest@gmail.com. NE collectorsfest@gmail.com. Or if you have a pen, you can write down my number. Feel free to give me a ring, 508-269-1293. 508-269-1293.
All righty, Sean, everybody. He gave out all his info. So anything you have, you call him and email him. Don't ask me.
Just on my Social Security number.
No, I won't ask for that, but Sean knows way more than I do. Guys call me every night, Sean, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. So call Sean and email him because he knows way more than I do. But it's the Northeast Collectors Fest. It's a big one. It's next week. Some heavy hitters will be there. Go check it out. Sean, appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate it, Joe. Have a great night. Take care.
You got it, my man. That's Sean McElroy. So if you don't know anything about cards, he knows too much. Not me. Not me. What else is going on, Skaz? That Pitbull song sucks. I've been thinking about that thing for the last 5 minutes. Doesn't it?
It was not good, and it was 6 years old, which is tough for Street Team Joe.
Andrew's in Brockton. Andrew.
Hey, Joe. How you doing, man?
All right.
Wanted to touch base on your DiGiorno pizza select. I like that you picked DiGiorno, but just pepperoni. Have you ever tried the Supreme? You got the pepperoni, the sausage, the peppers, the onions. You put that all together, man.
On a frozen,
much better than the pepperoni.
On a frozen pizza?
Yeah, you guys were talking about that earlier, right?
Yeah, but who
Your
wants,
favorite
who
frozen
wants
pizza?
veggies on a frozen pizza?
No, it also comes with more meat. So you got the sausage, too. And peppers and onions aren't. I mean...
Come on, frozen peppers and onions, bro?
Okay, all right. All right.
He bowed. He bent the knee.
I didn't know. What's wrong with that?
You want peppers and onions frozen on a pizza?
Well, Joe, you cook the pizza.
Peppers and onions on a pizza? Frozen.
The pizza isn't frozen when you eat it, though.
No. No. If you're getting a frozen pizza, dude, it's got no veggies on it. That's a rule.
That's a night show commandment right there.
No. 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 All right, let's get back on time. We'll hit a break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots-Texans on Sunday. You'll hear it all day long here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'll be on all night long after the game. Bo Bichette signed with the Mets. What is that? A gaming headset? What is he doing? You're not listening to the show, are you, at all? I am. Yeah. What is that headset, though?
It is a gaming headset.
That's what you're using for a headphone set now?
Yeah. I'm trying to step it up, but I can't figure it out half the time.
All right, Joe. So you like Pitbull?
I love Pitbull.
Guys, do you like Pitbull?
No.
Okay. Do you know anything about Pitbull, actually?
He's Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. He's bald.
He's a Grammy-winning rapper, singer. He's born in 1981 in Miami.
Yep.
And his name is Armando.
Oh, I like that.
And he's coming to Hartford.
Oh.
And Mansfield.
Oh, Mansfield. Good old Mansfield.
I'm going to go.
I want content. If you go, Joe, we're sending you and you're bringing us content.
He'll be in Hartford August 28th, Mansfield August 29th.
Yeah, maybe you double dip, Joe. Maybe you go to both.
I could do both.
TC's in Kingston. Hello, TC.
Oh, no.
TC. He was supposed to be your Pitbull defender.
I thought I had one.
Hey, TC. Screw.
What do you think TC stands for?
Thomas Carroll.
Okay.
Thomas Christopher. You know how many Irish kids from Dorchester I know named Tommy Christopher? There's like a million of them. Literally. Jeff's in Florida. Hi, Jeff.
What's up, Joe?
What's up?
Couple quick things. One, best frozen pizza is Cape Cod Cafe with mushrooms. I know you don't like the veggies, but trust me. No. Secondly, hoping we can at least have a nightly segment of fart talk, just because last night I probably pulled a rib laughing so hard. And then finally, the fact that these kids have not seen Half-Baked or Goodfellas is an absolute travesty.
So I make Half-Baked references all the time and nobody gets it.
I mean, come on. You know what I mean?
The other night I said Monday. Oh, no, that was Friday. Sorry. No, but whenever I say, I got to talk to Samson, some people don't know who I'm talking about.
Doctor needs a backiotomy.
My doctor,
simple.
My doctor says I need a backiotomy. He was sleeping with my mother.
Well, I appreciate you, Joe. You keep me going. I work remotely, and I listen to your show instead of doing work. Keep it real.
Lord of mercy.
Down by the beach, boy.
What part of Jamaica are you from? Right by the beach, boy. Mike the Leprechaun. Hello.
Hello, Joey Furry Murray. How are you?
Hi.
The Joey Murray. Anyways, how are you?
Great. How about you?
Just so you know, the Irish have the highest population of indigenous people in Jamaica because they do. There's more Irish bars in Jamaica than anywhere.
Thank you. Well, we got the musings coming up next. I'm Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown.
Donuts. I hate it all. I hate it all, actually. You know, like, for example, we just did a hype video for the Patriots, and who's the guy doing the hype video? It's Mark Wahlberg. Now, I represent the New Kids on the Block and Bobby Brown and other guys that have been not Godsmack, but I support everybody, okay? Even the drop kicks if I had to, which I don't want to. But it's like, let's go to people from Boston. And I just hate who they choose. Because I know that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are from Boston, okay? But is that who relates to Joe Murray? No. No.
Who relates to Joe Murray? You want Dennis Leary?
Robert Kelly.
Okay, I'm in on that. I like Bob.
Close right there.
John Krasinski?
No.
BJ Novak?
No.
Steve Carell?
No. Like Michael Chiklis?
Michael Chiklis, that's a good one.
Okay. Kind of a fat guy, bald.
I mean, I don't know what that has to do with it, Joe.
I didn't mean that.
Taking some shots.
Who else can I relate to?
Amy Poehler?
Nope.
Just trying to think of local celebs, Joe.
Lenny Clark.
Our guy Lenny hasn't called in a while.
I know. Where's Lenny been?
Chris Evans.
No.
Bill Burr?
Yes, because he got me in trouble on the air one night.
John Cena?
Yes.
So John Cena more relatable to Joe Murray than Ben Affleck and Matt Damon?
Because he can rap, and I can rap too.
You don't think Matt Damon and Ben Affleck can rap?
No.
I feel like Beastie Boys fans at that age.
Just so you know.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Okay, Donnie Wahlberg, who was on Nesson yesterday.
Better than Mark Wahlberg.
Yes. I'm just saying, the Boston Association's becoming annoying.
Conan?
Yeah, in.
And Conan's always in.
But do you know what I mean? Like, you know what's so funny? Remember The Simpsons came up with we're going to Boston, and Bart was going to Southie and was all, like, excited for it. And then come to find out, it's just dudes drinking craft beer and playing hacky sack. Because that's what it is now. Is Jimmy Fallon really from Boston, though? That guy's not from Boston.
He's from New York.
He would have been... No. Why is he doing accents of Boston? Why?
He's a bits guy.
No.
He's doing bits.
Is he really from Boston, though?
No, he's from Bay Ridge, New York.
Out. He shouldn't have been a part of this. So I'm sure you heard it if you haven't yet. This is 3 guys from Boston, one of them not, from The Tonight Show earlier this week.
Abington, Acton, Acushnet, Adams, Agawam, Alfred, Amesbury, Amherst, Andover, Aquina, Arlington, Ashburnham, Ashby, Ashfield, Ashland, Athol, Attleboro, Auburn, Avon, Aya, Barnstable, Barry, Beckett, Bedford, Belchertown, Bellingham, Belmont, Berkeley, Berlin, Bernardson, Beverly, Billerica, Blackstone, Blandford, Bolton, Boston, Bourne, Boxborough, Boxford, Boylston, Braintree, Brewster, Bridgewater, Brimfeld, Brockton, Brookfield, Brookline, Buckland.
All right, fast forward a little bit, yes.
New Bedford, New Braintree, New Marlborough, New Salem, Newburyport, Newton, Norfolk, North Adams, North Andover,
Fake.
North Attleboro, North Brookfield, North Reading, Northampton, Northborough, Northbridge, Northfield, Norton, Norwell, Norwood, Oak Bluffs, Oakham, Orange, Orleans, Otis, Oxford, Palmer, Paxton, Peabody, Pelham, Pembroke, Pepperell, Peru, really?
What the hell's with the accent?
Petersham, Phillipston, Pittsfield, Plainfield, Plainville, Plymouth, Plimpton, Princeton, Provincetown, Quincy, Randolph, Raynham,
Quincy,
Reading, Rehoboth, Revere, Richmond, Rochester, still only in the yards. Rockland, Rockport, Row, Upton, Oxbridge, Wakefield, Wales, Walpole, Waltham, Ware. Warren, Warwick, Washington, Watertown, Wayland, Webster, Wellesley, Wellfleet, Wendell, Wenham, West Boston, West Bridgewater.
I think we get it. Right?
Yarmouth.
I think we get it.
We got it, right?
And the town names, very funny.
All right, funny.
Hilarious, Joe.
So I want to do a bit that's just as bad.
Please. Well, I'm in favor of that.
So Street Team Joe Ariano, he is from Westboro, Massachusetts, everybody. He has left Westboro before in his life. He lived in California, right? You've traveled the world?
Yeah, I lived in California, studied abroad in Italy, been all over.
And you are from here?
Yeah, I'm from Westboro, Massachusetts.
Westboro, which would be considered Metro West or Central Mass?
Central Mass.
Okay. So I just you're on the Joe Murray show.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a bad bit about Boston. So, Joe, just start naming things. Go.
The 99. Wings over. Antonio's. Dunks. Friendlies. Bueno y Sano. Legal Seafoods. Uno's. Bertucci's. Boston Market. D'Angelo's. Papagino's. Pizzeria Regina. Arizona Pizza Company.
Is that it?
That's all I got so far.
Good job. Who is better? Should I do Dunkin' Donuts, Domino's, Panera Bread, Chipotle, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, KFC, Popeyes, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, Dairy Queen, Five Guys, Panda Express, Little Caesars, Papa John's, Wingstop, Sonic, Drive It.
Pretty good, Joe. Pretty good.
Who had a better bit?
They were both pretty bad.
They're both awful. It almost happened. I am sick of Boston culture being played on. I'm over it. They were both bad, right?
Both bad.
Who had more creativeness?
I think Joe Murray.
Thank you. Because it's that bad. It was that bad.
Yeah, but they're from Boston, Joe. It's funny. They said town names kind of fast.
Do you want me to say like local little joints that I like in the area? I can do that too. I'm out. You know what else today was, Skaz? People want to call in all of a sudden. You know what else today got me? These new trends that are going on. Now I'm on TikTok, okay? I'm not
You're a content creator.
I'm not a TikToker. I'm on there. There's a new audience out there. What's up, audience? But today's trend seems to be show photos from 10 years ago. Skaz, what were you doing 10 years ago today?
Oh, boy. 2016, I was graduating college, I think, ish, right in that window.
Did you share a 10-year photo today?
No.
Okay. Street Team Joe, what were you doing 10 years ago today?
I was a freshman at Bryant University.
Ooh.
So I was probably playing basketball or, doing recreational activities.
Oh, wow. I like recreational.
I was probably doing recreational drugs.
Yeah. Me too. I didn't know if it was okay to say that, but yes, I was partaking in that.
I was working in a tech company in Boston while being a radio superstar.
Little double dipping.
Nothing has really changed from 10 years ago, professionally. Besides, I'm full-time on the radio with my name on a show and all that kind of stuff, doing bad Boston bits. But what's up with trends? Like, what's going on here? What's tomorrow's trend?
You want a conspiracy theory on the trend, Joe?
Please.
It feels like a good way for AI to see how people age and to get pictures of people 10 years apart and to know how the aging process works and to be able to, recognize facial patterns 10 years apart from one another.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned AI.
That's big tinfoil hat right there. I don't actually think it's a psyop, but I've seen it on the internet.
Someone goes, Joe, you know who you can relate to? Some people wrote, Bill Burr, Whitey Bulger. Of course. Why? Anyways, there was some TikTok video. That's where I'm going with all this. But there is an AI overview on top 5 worst Pitbull songs. You ready, Joe?
Hit me with your best shot.
Let's do 5. That's a song by somebody else. Don't Stop the Party.
That's a great song. I was just singing that. Don't Stop the Party.
He's been singing all of them. I can't get him to stop singing Pitbull back here.
Hey, Baby, Don't Drop It to the Floor.
Okay, I don't... That one doesn't come to mind.
I Know You Want Me.
I know you want me. I know you want me. I know you want me. Yeah.
Give Me Everything featuring Neo.
What a diehard fan Joe
is. Number 1 is called Timber.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. That's a
Kesha song.
You better dance.
Pitbull.
Yeah. This is all night, Joe. You're wondering what's going on back here? It's your Street Team Joe letting the pipes go.
God bless you. The old banana in the tailpipe. Hope he doesn't fall for the old banana in the tailpipe. Do you know what that's from?
No. What's that from?
Never mind.
We'll stop the car, right?
We need you to watch movies, Joe. That's what we need.
I thought Jake was bad, and then we get Street Team Joe.
I didn't know The Simpsons.
Tommy, how you doing?
Joe, how you doing, man?
What's going on?
Long time no. Not too much. How you been?
I'm good, man. What's
I
up?
missed you.
What's up with those pizzas?
Oh, dude, I'm trying to get down there in a couple weeks. Bring you guys some pies.
How about that, Skaz?
Yo, people.
We get some pies.
Hey, Skaz, what's up, dude?
How we doing?
You met Tommy?
Never
He's a
better.
chef guy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, Tommy?
I feel like me and Skaz have argued about Stephen Smith like 12 times, but I love you, Skaz. I think you do a great job.
Love you too.
Hey, Joe, I haven't heard you since this came out, but what do you think about Joe Mazzulla's illegal screen?
I hated it, but he was right, so therefore it makes the culture good, and I hate that aspect of it all. Like that behavior is like acceptable.
But do you think he did it to spark a culture, or do you think he did it because
he did it because he was right?
Yeah, but I feel like he kind of did it for the wrong reasons.
I agree.
Anyway,
we agree.
Because I listened to Beetle praise him, and then he came back around, and I listened to Felger, and I agree with Felger. I think he was just kind of whining.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the Celtics are doing this year.
That's okay.
It's a hard game to watch.
Yep. What do you got? Anything out there that you got to recommend? What's up?
Well, I want to come down. I want to make you guys some pizzas, and we're up in Falmouth making
yes,
the Neapolitan style. Yeah.
Hey, how's Romeo's going? How's Romeo's this time of year? How is the Cape this time of year?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a beautiful. Every day is beautiful up here, even when it's cold.
Down there or up there?
Trying to down here, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm a Boston boy at heart, so I always feel like it's up wherever.
Yeah.
But
all right, dude.
Yeah.
I appreciate you checking in.
Hey, man, good to talk to you. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
We'll make it happen, my man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you. Chef Tommy. You haven't met Chef Tommy yet, Street Team Joe. Makes some good eats. Real chef, not like, like a chef, not Chef Boy ID, like better. One more, and then we got John Serenities. Demo!
Hey, what's up, Joe? It's Kaz. How's it going, guys?
Good,
I was going to say, is this better or worse, this bit that they played, than the Seth Meyers clip on SNL where he's pretending to be 15 characters and reciting every town in Massachusetts with, like, the worst fake Boston accent from South New Hampshire? But that's all I wanted to say. I think this one was a little bit worse. But anyways, guys, have a great night.
What was better, our chain of restaurants or the towns?
I think the chain of restaurants is better in my opinion, but I mean, I guess I'm kind of biased because I grew up in the South Shore, so.
Thanks, Demo. I think you missed the question. Well, let's do more sports, huh? It's Friday night. After John, can we play a little Mind on the Road, please? Because my mind's on the road. You good back there, Street Team Joe? Can we get back on track with a little sports talk?
I'm ready for some sports talk.
So, do people know that you're answering the phone?
Some people have been chiming in saying like, "Hey, I've gotten a couple compliments saying, "Hey, you're killing it there tonight."
And they just call, and then you say thanks. And then
I say like this last guy, Bob, wanted to call in.
Bob, okay, Bob.
He said the show's been excellent tonight.
Hey, Bob, thanks, Bob.
Yeah, and then,
but he told you that not on the air, off the air.
Off the air.
So therefore, the praise means nothing.
Yeah. I mean, internally it feels good, Yeah,
well, for you.
Yeah. But I mean, for you, yeah, it's a compliment for you guys, but I just never get to share it, I get a lot of, hey, Joe's been killing, Joe's doing a great show tonight, but then they just hang up, they don't want to talk.
You did a podcast with your friend?
I did do a podcast.
How does everybody see that?
What do you mean?
Is it out yet?
Oh yes, it's you can Spotify and YouTube. The last brain cells is what it's called. It's because my friend and I are on our last brain cells.
The name of Street Team Joe's podcast is The Last Brain Cells?
Yes. Because we're
last brain cells.
We're almost 30 and we don't have many brain cells left, Joe.
TLBC.
The TLBC, yes. And
that should be your slogan, TLBC.
Yeah, when you open the School of Joe Murray podcasting, I will be your first client.
I will be like the TLBC podcast.
I could be your first client, and then I'll make it big, and you can be like, see, I groomed him.
Thank you. Well, I will. Maybe Joe Murray Media will take over someday and do that. The TLBC, because you want people to be like, what's TLBC stand for?
Yes.
The Last Brain Cells.
The Last Brain Cells.
Go follow Joe. We got John Serenities, New England Football Journal, next on the Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
of metal. They are metal.
Well, I won't let you know that Street Team Joe hasn't seen Goodfellas. We'll pass right over that. We won't bring
How old
that
is
up.
Street Team Joe? 12?
How old are you? How old are you, Joe?
John, I'm 29 years old.
29 and you've never seen Goodfellas? Interesting.
No. I do need to see it. It's in my next couple watches coming up here. Joe said
excellent. Although I will say, 29 is young for Goodfellas.
That is true.
I'm not surprised you haven't seen it.
Again, Goodfellas and Home Alone.
I've seen Sopranos, though. So I've seen.
You've seen Home Alone, right?
Yeah, I've seen Home Alone.
Came out at the same time.
Home Alone was more made for.
No, same actor in the movie, both movies.
Who?
Joe Pesci.
Which one was Joe Pesci in Home Alone?
The cop and one of the sticky bandits.
The wet bandits?
Yeah.
The wet bandits. Oh, was he the smaller guy?
Yeah.
With the golden tooth?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, okay.
I
like him.
Well, John, we got a football game this weekend. Can you give me a breakdown without mentioning the Houston Texans pass rush?
Sure. I can definitely do that. I think, look, starting with their offense, no Nico Collins is huge for the Patriots. Now you can mix and match in the secondary more freely. You can do more with Christian Gonzalez. He doesn't necessarily have to match up with Christian Kirk or Higgins or any of their other receivers. I think now you can play the matchup game with him based on situations and down and distance. I think that in terms of your pass rush, you're going to get that offensive line's been pretty good for them. Old friend Jake Andrews at center, but you got Ariante Ursary at left tackle. He's a rookie. I think you can take advantage of that matchup. I think that the Patriot pass rush could have a good day at the office. I think this is a pretty favorable matchup for them along the offensive line. And look, let's face it, C.J. Stroud without Nico Collins, he could be in for a long afternoon. That's his go-to guy, especially on third down. So not having him, I think, is going to be huge. I don't fear their running game. If you're the Patriots, Woody Marks, and aging Nick Chubb, that shouldn't scare you. I think you should be able to handle the run. And then, look, offensively, I think the one thing when you look at this Texans defense, Joe, they're really good at all three levels, man. Their secondary does not get enough credit. You're talking about Derek Stingley, Jalen Petrie. These guys can play. And if Drake May is trying to force a ball into a spot he shouldn't, especially early in the game, it could be a problem against that secondary. That's a pretty good secondary from a ball hawking standpoint. So a lot of people are going to focus on Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter and Sheldon Rankins and that line, but their back seven is pretty good. And Drake May is going to have to be very smart with the football. He can't play reckless. He can't try to put the ball in the spot that doesn't make sense, because if he does, he could be chasing the back of somebody's jersey going the other way.
John, can you just talk about all the guys that have been drafted over the years by Nick Caserio, who, of course, the Patriots let go years ago. But, when you look at their draft history, they had Higgins this year, Ursary, as you mentioned. They had Lassiter last year. They had C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, Tank Dell, Toa, excuse me. I keep messing that one up. Jalen Petrie. They have drafted very well, but why haven't they, I guess, made more of a priority for their offensive line? Like they let Tunsil go. I know you mentioned Ursary this year, but Jake Andrews, Trent Brown, I can't buy their offensive line.
Well, I think that they reshuffled the deck last year, and I think they went hard, kind of like the Chiefs did a few years ago, if you remember, after losing the Super Bowl to Tampa Bay. They went hard. They obviously moved on from a couple of contracts that they felt that they were overpaying guys. They wanted to get younger there, which they did. I mean, look, getting Ursary that experience this year as a rookie at left tackle is huge, especially for a guy that coming into last year's draft, most scouts felt projected more as a right tackle. But like Ozzie Trapillo from Boston College, he could play left tackle if he was given the opportunity and if he developed at a good pace, which he did. So a lot of what they did along the offensive line last year was more about money, specifically moving Tunsil's contract. All that being said, their offensive line has not played terrible when you consider the fact that they have three new starters up front. But again, as I said earlier, they've also had their moments where they have not been very good. And the Patriots, despite the fact that their pass rush the second half of the season has been pretty anemic. The Patriots have an opportunity on Sunday to really get after C.J. Stroud in this passing game because, again, I think they're going to have a lot of favorable one-on-one matchups. I like the Caleb on Chase-on Ursary matchup. I think that's a favorable matchup for the Patriots. So I think it's one of those things. And then you look at on the right side, Trent Brown, a guy we're all very familiar with. He's not the player he was 5-6 years ago. He doesn't move the way he did. That's a matchup that Harold Landry can capitalize on. So, yes, I think the Texans have done a good job of developing their offensive line and implementing these new faces and getting a lot of production out of them. But you've seen it at times when you watch the film, Joe. They have struggled, especially against teams that like the pressure. I think the Patriots, what we saw last week against the Chargers, I think we're going to see again this week. They're probably going to blitz 40-45% of the time in this game.
I hope so, because I don't think Stroud runs, and I think he should more, where Drake May runs, and it really helps their offense.
Yeah, it's huge. You saw last week on that 37-yard run. I mean, having a guy back there that has the ability, especially in second and long, third and long situations, to extend plays, extend drives is huge. And that is going to be something that is going to be a matchup advantage for the Patriots in this game. Houston has struggled against running quarterbacks. The Patriots can really take advantage of that. And if they do, then obviously they're going to be in pretty good position to score points and win this football game. But look, let Drake be Drake. I know we all want him to play from the pocket and protect himself and not take hits. But this time of year, you got to think players, not plays. You got to let your playmakers make plays. His ability to extend plays out of the pocket is one of his strengths. Let him play to his strengths.
John Serenities joining us, New England Football Journal. I'll give you one. I like how you mentioned Chase-on Ursary. I'll give you a matchup. Somebody maybe we haven't seen make an impact in a bit, but last year he did in this matchup. If it was Drake May's first game, if you remember the start. Pop Douglas. I just bet Pop Douglas anytime touchdown. I think he's going to torch. If they go man, I think he's going to torch Miles Bryant at safety for a touchdown or a big play.
Yeah, I think it's a favorable matchup for them out of the slot, and I think he's a guy to keep an eye on. And I think it's a smart play on your part. He's a guy to keep an eye on because he's a guy that could be a really nice matchup piece for them moving forward the rest of these playoffs. You haven't seen a lot out of him the second half of the season. I do feel like they haven't done enough with him to get him going and get him the ball in different ways. I do think he's going to be a focal point of the game plan this week because, again, to your point, another old friend, Miles Bryant, that's a matchup the Patriots can really exploit, especially on the second and third level. So I think that's a smart play on your part. I think he's a guy that we could see in plus territory, catch one of those Drake May deep balls and finish. And I think he's a guy that at the end of the night could have a pretty sneaky, strong line in terms of his stats when it's all said and done.
My prediction, John, is 28-13 Patriots. What you got?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little closer than that. I see this being a 24-14, 24-13 kind of game. But I think ultimately for the Texans, while I think their defense will keep them in the game, I just don't think that they're going to be able to score enough. This Patriots defense is playing with confidence. They're healthy. They're flying around. I think they've found an identity now with Zach Kerr and their pressure packages. I just don't think Houston has enough skill to win this football game. They don't have enough talent to make big plays, and I don't think the guys that they do have ultimately are good enough to where they're going to impact this game enough to where they could beat this Patriots team.
All right, dude. What else is going on? I saw you guys post at New England Football Journal. You had top athletes of the year and locally here, and any big names going to some big colleges?
Well, we unveiled our MIA, our Massachusetts All-State teams today, and yeah, there's a lot of guys that were on those teams that are going to go on and play college football at a high level. Of course, you have Osiris Lopez, quarterback at Leominster. He's going to Coastal Carolina. Dom Funk at Xaverian. He is going to be going to Boston College. Dave Chivigato at Xaverian. He's going to UMass. So there's a lot of guys that made our All-State team that are going to be playing big-time FBS college football starting this fall.
Who you got in the national championship? Miami at home versus Indiana.
I'm going to go with Indiana. I just think, and I'm not even going to sit here and say it's their year. They are so well coached. Take talent out of the equation here. Kirk Cignetti and this staff have put on a master's class on how to coach a football team. They're well coached. They're a veteran team. They're composed. There's a lot of experience on that roster. These guys don't get rattled. You saw it last week. Oregon gets off to a good start. Doesn't matter. They bounce back, tie the game, take over. See you later. Now, I think Miami's formula is going to keep this game closer. They're going to run Fletcher. That they have Tony that can make some big plays for them, and their pass rush, I do think, is going to get to happy-go-lucky Mendoza. But I think at the end of the day, I think Indiana makes more plays. I think Mendoza is a factor in this game in the second half. This will be a much closer game than Indiana has played in the first two, but ultimately they've been the best team in the country all year long. I don't see that changing. I think they win this game, and they win a national championship, which is unheard of. That Indiana, if you go back 5-10 years ago, no one would believe that school can win a national championship in football, but here we are.
Who would have thought Indiana's a football school, not a basketball school?
And I think they've become a football school, and I know it's a basketball state. And by the way, we need to stop having this conversation because in today's college landscape, you want to make money, you got to be good at both. Gone are the days where you're good at one or the other. If you're going to be good at one, preferably it's football. But if you really want to cash in, you got to be good at both.
Hey, look at BYU. Pretty good team.
Yep.
I know they're not a national contender, but they're right there. They're right.
And the SEC schools have figured that out, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they've gone all in on college basketball the last few years.
Well, maybe North Carolina can be that next school because they're a basketball school, not a football school.
Well, Bill Belichick and Jordan are aiming to change that.
All right. John, I'll be there Sunday. I missed you last time.
I know. Let's make it a point to connect this Sunday.
I'm going to try to find you.
All right, my brother.
Hey, are you
looking forward to it.
You're bringing your snowsuit?
I am not. They don't make snowsuits that are my size, so.
That's the first thing I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to grin and bear it.
Yeah, me too, man. Just going to roll in with a sweatshirt and a nice jacket and gloves.
We're two brothers from another mother.
That's damn right. All right, bro. I'll see you this weekend. It should be a good game.
Yep, it should be. Looking forward to it, my man. I'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate your time, man. John Serenities, everybody. New England Football Journal. I like knowing where the kids are going to school. One kid staying at BC. I like that. Another win for Bill O'Brien, maybe. I got my mind on the road, and we got predictions on the other side. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Sports Hub headlines presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Christian Gonzalez back. Nico Collins out. Patriots-Texans on Sunday. Kickoff 3 o'clock. Is Sam Darnold going to play? We'll have to find out. He's questionable. And Bo Bichette, a New York Met. 3 years, $126. That's a lot. I'm Joe Murray.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Skaz found that. That's all Skaz right there. I had to request it. See, normally we do play it.
Every Friday night, Joe, yes.
Whenever.
That one's been in the... I think that song came out in 2005. So that one's been in the rotation for quite a while.
Everyone loves it, though.
It's a good Friday night. Mind on the road. Joe is on the flow, you know?
It gives me that 20 minutes I need to end the show and get the hell out of here. Predictions for the weekend. Bills Broncos Saturday 4:30 CBS Paramount.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills in that game.
Boom, Buffalo Bills. Joe?
Bills. Josh Allen smells it. He knows this is his opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. We got no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar. He knows this is his time.
Buffalo 1.5-point underdogs. 49ers at Seahawks. The line 7 with a questionable quarterback.
I would take the 49ers and the points in this one. I just think Seahawks are... Sam Darnold is still Sam Darnold, and now he's injured. That makes me a little nervous. I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle wins the game, but I would take the 49ers and the points here.
I lean the 49ers, but I did last time and they lost. So playing in Seattle on a week off, McDaniel and they have a great running game between Charbonnet and Walker.
And JSN's been incredible. Even E.J. Barner, the tight end they have, has made some good plays this year.
There's something about the 49ers playing at home in the Super Bowl that is like a storyline.
Well, Miami's doing it on Monday.
And not to mention Brock Purdy, this is let's just take out anything Seattle's done. Brock Purdy versus the Seattle Seahawks in the divisional round, people would expect him to beat Sam Darnold. And I know Darnold's at back-to-back 14-win seasons, but I'm sorry. On the whole scale, I don't love the 7. It's a very high number. I still lean the 49ers at the 7. I just don't know who wins. I'll go 49ers plus 7, though.
I'm going Seahawks with the points, or without the points.
You just like the Seahawks to advance.
Yeah, Seahawks to advance. 49ers, I don't think they can stop that run game. I'm very suspect of their defense. Keon White is actually getting a lot of snaps from them. Joe, old friend Keon White.
Had a fumble recovery.
Yeah, and in his term for Brock Purdy, I don't think he's got enough weapons.
Well, also Kittle's out, right?
Yeah.
And no
Kittle, maybe
Warner?
No Pearsall, obviously no Ayuk.
Exactly.
And
I think they lost a defender, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
but they always persevere, that team. Texans Patriots. I already took the Patriots 28-13. I just think the Texans are the divisional doormats. Tomato can.
Give me the Patriots 24-17.
Whoa! 17, Joe.
I'm right with you guys. Patriots 2-touchdown win.
Rams go on the road in Chicago. The Bears are plus 4.5. Plus 4.5 at home. Home underdog through the key number of 3. Generally, the favorite wins in these matchups. I like the Rams to advance.
Give me the Bears outright.
Whoa!
I think the Bears win this football game. Something's going on in Chicago. Ben Johnson's got some things cooking. The Miracle Bears, fourth quarter Bears, whatever you want to call them. They make plays when they have to. And if you look at their roster up and down, they have a very, very talented roster. I know the Rams are the Rams, but it's going to be 2 degrees out, -15 with the wind chill. Give me the Chicago Bears in that game.
I'm going Rams still. Caleb Williams, he does make some of the most incredible plays. You will see some of the best throws I've seen this year, but he misses a lot of throws. And he kind of just throws bullets, no matter how lengthy the pass needs to be. Short, intermediate, long. I love Ben Johnson. I love his speeches, Joe, at the end of the game, but I am going with the Rams.
All right. Justin's in Lynn. Justin, what do you got?
Hey, Joe. I got the Patriots 30-17 this weekend.
All right, what else? You got Buffalo?
Yes, I got Buffalo as well. I got the 49ers this weekend. I got a bunch of them this weekend. And did you see what I sent you today on Instagram?
Yeah, Justin and the Sports Wrap. You should check out that one, Street Team Joe. Justin has a podcast called The Sports Wrap. Check it out.
Yes. I sent that to you today, Joe, so you can see
man.
it.
What are you getting for pizza this week? You going Fosse's or Monty's?
I'll go Monty's.
All right, Justin. Enjoy the game.
All right, Joe.
Later, buddy.
Have a great night.
Take care. It's Pizza Wars in Lynn, you know. Rich in Boston. Rich.
Joey Morris. So I also like the Bills because Josh Allen played 3 years in Wyoming, which has an elevation of over 7,000 feet, and Denver, and he's comfortable in these conditions. Second, I like the Seahawks, but the 49ers cover. Pats, without using algorithms, I'm going to say 23-13 Pats, and me as an engineering major is up to tell the Bears, Rams. I kind of lean Rams, and my college football pick, I'm a Canes former, so I'm going with the Canes to upset the Hoosiers, and what do you got for the Royal Rumble in 2 weeks?
Ooh, Roman Reigns.
Oh, boy. I think of a wild card with Jacob Batu.
Ooh, that's a good one because he jumped Cody Rhodes last week.
And women's, I don't even know.
Give me Maxine Dupree. Thanks, Suhu. That's Richard Suhu. He knows more about sports than anybody I know. He said Miami dude as an upset. No, he knows. Trust me. Dude, he knows. No, for real. Like, he knows. So I hope we're not just like... I mean, who would go against Indiana? Richard Suhu. That's who would. All right, guys, it's been a great week. Thank you, Street Team. Joe Skaz, outstanding job as well. I got to pay some bills because, of course, I've been behind all night long. But Awaken 180 Weight Loss, thank you for your help. The previous hour is brought to you by them. And, of course, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. For your 15-minute oil change, go to ValvolineInstantOilChange.com. All right, everybody, enjoy the games this weekend. I will be on post-game immediately after from the booth at Gillette Stadium with Mark Dondero. We have coverage all weekend long, shows tomorrow and into Sunday. I'll talk to you guys after